15-point assessment.
Talk Sport.
Good afternoon, here are your sports headlines. I'm Will Hobbs and it's Benvindu Jose says Benfica 2-year deal officially done. He's their new boss, but is he still the special one? Our latest daily podcast tackles that exact question with our European expert Kevin Hatchard. So go and listen now on any podcast platform. To another former Chelsea boss now, a call for everyone to unite by Graham Potter after talkSPORT revealed David Sullivan is considering replacing him with old flame Slaven Bilic. He chalked up a record-high points total for the Hammers in the league back in 2016, but things spiralled after the move to the Olympic Park, as he explained to White and Jordan a couple of weeks back.
Last season in Upton Park, and don't forget, make no mistake, how difficult it is to move stadiums. Especially to go from Upton Park to New Olympic Stadium, it's a big arena, it's not easy. And West Ham, the proof is afterwards, West Ham needed few seasons to get used to it.
Back to the Champions League now, and Conte, Højlund, McTominay, Gilmour and Kevin De Bruyne are back at the Etihad. Our Italian expert Daniele Fisichella says King Kevin is on red-hot form.
The impact of De Bruyne in Italy has been great. He has adapted really well. The fact that there are so many former Premier League players in Napoli's squad helps him. The experience and the fact that these players are used to play at a higher rhythm makes them extremely competitive in Serie A.
City versus Napoli will be live on talkSPORT 2. Over on the main channel, a belter of a tie is Newcastle host Marcus Rashford's Barcelona. Tim Krul says he agrees with Rashford that St James's Park provides the most intense atmosphere in the Premier League. He says both Voltemada and Nick Pope will have big roles to play, and he says Pope in particular has his full confidence at European level.
I rate him really highly. I think obviously the cup final last year, he was very important. Again now, 3 clean sheets. He made some amazing saves early on in the weekend, so maybe underrated is probably the right word for it.
There's more on talksport.com.
talkSPORT News.
Donald Trump's hailed the unbreakable bond between the UK and the US, and 2 teenagers will appear in court charged in connection with a cyber attack on TfL. Amelia's back at 4:30.
talkSPORT weather. With QuickFit, get a free vehicle safety check at all of our 600 centres nationwide to keep you safe on the road. Visit your local centre or quickfit.com and book today.
A windy evening with clear spells across Scotland and Northern Ireland. Patchy rain for Northern England and Western Wales. Rather cloudy, mild and humid elsewhere.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Champions League Drive with me, Andy Goldstein, and someone that's just been on a nice little trip. It's Darren here, by the way. It's Darren Bent.
Darren here, by the way. Darren Bent. Man nearly ended up through the wall.
What happened? You just fell over into the wall.
Lost my balance.
What you did, you felt like an old person in slow motion. And then you looked at me as if did I see it? I saw it, all right. But you know, we have got, what a show we've got lined up for you today. We'll bring you all the build-up to another huge night in Europe as talkSPORT brings you live commentary of Newcastle against Barcelona and Napoli against Man City. On the back of that, rock and roll superstar Noel Gallagher will be joining us live on the show as we discuss Kevin De Bruyne taking on his old side. And with Newcastle back in the Champions League, we'll be asking where they rank amongst the 36 sides in this season's competition. On top of that, I told you it was a great show. We're going to be joined in the studio by former 2-weight champion of the world, Steve Collins. All that, plus we'll look back at last night's football and, of course, the return of Ange Ball. In fact, Forest fans, that's how we start today's show. 03717223334. My advice is pick up the phone now if you want to talk about Big Ange. This is Drive. This is Champions League Drive. It's me, Andy Goldstein. It's Darren Bent. And we are here till 7 p.m. tonight.
It's just who we are, mate.
DB, Sneaker Freak.
Easy.
Now, before we start with today's show, I thought I'd give people a Mad Men update. If people have been watching the show or listening to the show this week, they'll know that every day this week I've started with the question. I'm on episode 4 of Mad Men, episode 5. Does it get any better? And you just look at me and smirk and smile and go, yeah. And I'm like, I think you're winding me up. Episode 11.
Hey, here we go. Told you, didn't I?
Last night.
Yep.
I think of 12. It's the penultimate one. In the first. Oh, my goodness.
Told you.
So now,
It's got you.
now it's just starting to bub. I said to my missus this morning, I said, I'll see you later, shooting you all right. I said, Mad Men tonight, shooting. Oh, yeah.
See, just relax, have faith.
Yeah, but
You have little faith.
I was a little bit nervous about the fact you just smiled like, is it a double bluff like it's rubbish?
No, I've watched it all. I loved it.
Okay. But it did take a little bit of time to warm up.
Yeah, but listen.
A bit like Yellowstone. That took a bit of time.
Yeah, but that's good. But a lot of people say that about Breaking Bad. But Breaking Bad is incredible, but there are moments where you have to dig in.
A couple of them, yeah.
You got to get your studs on and really dig in, man.
Yeah, you have. Yeah. Do you know what I haven't even told you a lot out there, by the way. Yeah, I'll tell you what I've got delivered for today, for the winter months coming up. I don't know how you'll react to this. I got myself a new onesie. What'd you make? What'd you make of the onesie?
Bit weird. I don't mind.
No, I'll tell you why, because I get home. I don't know about you, but I get home. I've worn it all day. Get home, go and have a shower, right? Because I've been on the train. Yeah. Then it's like, what do you put on? And usually it's a pair of shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
But because the winter nights are starting to come in, and soon we'll be putting the heating on at home. Soon, in the next 6 weeks, I imagine. It's getting a little bit cold. Onesie. Unbelievable.
What's it look like?
Well, it's actually camouflage. So that means throughout the next 8-9 months, I can constantly say to the kids, has anyone seen me onesie? And they go,
No, I don't mind the onesie. I wouldn't say I was a big fan, but I almost feel like it had its day. But I know where you're coming from, because when I come home, shower, shorts and t-shirt. And sometimes I'm always looking for something a little bit more.
So, you could wear a tracksuit, but I think tracksuit
too much. It's like you're putting clothes on and from more clothes to more clothes.
Yeah, because all I need is onesie and just pants. That's it, I'm done. Sometimes no pants if I'm just feeling a little bit free.
Then you wear them Frenchies.
What's a French? Right, French chicken?
Yeah.
If the weather permits. Sometimes I will. We have got an all singing, all dancing show. If ever there was a show where you thought, right, I'm going to take the phone off the hook, I'm going to unplug the doorbell, I'm going to stay there and either watch it on YouTube or listen to it on the wireless, today's that day, because obviously we're building up to another big night of live football across the talkSPORT network. We've got live comms on talkSPORT tonight of Newcastle against Barcelona, on talkSPORT 2 live comms, Napoli, Man City. Unbelievable. Already that would be enough to be a great show. On top of that, we've got the rock and roll superstar that is Noel Gallagher talking about Man City. Kevin De Bruyne makes a return to his old club, so we'll get Noel's view on everything that's happening in the footballing world. Of course we will. We'll also be joined in the studio by former 2-weight champion of the world, Steve Collins. We love Steve Collins. We spoke to him on last week's show, and we said if ever you're in London, and he was like, I'm 10 minutes away, come in. And he's a man of his word, so Steve Collins will be joining us as well.
Incredible.
How great is that?
What a fighter he was.
Yes, Steve Collins, what a fighter. Unbelievable.
I'm a good actor, lock, stock.
I don't think he was a good actor. He had 2 words.
Yeah.
Go on then. In you go. It was that. So all of that is coming up more. As always, if you want to be a part of the show, you can. 03717 22 In fact, that's the number I suggest Forest fans should dial round about now, because we're talking about your team in a matter of seconds, because Ange Postecoglou is well and truly back.
Swansea 3, Nottingham Forest 2. Captain Cameron Burgess, left foot from the edge of the area, has fired a volley into the back of the net. Incredible. This could be the last kick of the game. Swansea 3, Nottingham Forest 2.
I think teams like Forest need to book up their ideas for sure.
It's not a good look when a manager's been brought in to win trophies because he's got, quote, a track record, a proven and consistent track record of winning trophies. It's not a good look when you're out at the first time of asking, having been 2-0 up to a championship side in Swansea.
Yes, Big Angie's back with a bang after his Forest side were knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Swansea last night. That's despite taking a 2-0 lead and still being 2-1 in the 93rd minute. Unbelievable, before going on to lose 3-2. It comes after he also lost his first game in charge. That was a 3-0 defeat away to Arsenal. Big Ange spoke to talkSPORT's Lawrence Moore after the game and reflected on that late defeat.
Yeah, no, very disappointing. Great opportunity to progress to the next round of the Cup, and we should have really handled the game a lot better. We got ourselves into a great position and should have really killed them off, but we allowed them to get back in the game.
Do you feel like, is that the sort of feeling in the change room that the players have let themselves down tonight?
Well, I think that's the only way we can look at it, that, it was a game we were totally in control of and we let slip away.
And just finally for me, obviously Burnley, does that become even more important? How important is it for you to get that first win and get it quickly as well?
It's not important for me, it's important for the club. We've got to make sure on Saturday we're ready for it. It's another tough game and, perform at a level we know we can to win the game.
Exactly the same Ange now. He's back. He had one moment where he was laughing and joking with the press, and now he's back to how he was.
Yeah.
There is, honestly, if I was a Forest fan, I'd be petrified of what's coming my way. I genuinely think he's just not good enough for Premier League football. I just don't think he is. If you look, in fact, I was listening to Max Scott this morning on the Breakfast Show.
Yeah.
Big Forest fan, right? Now he watches them week in, week out. And he said that after last night's performance, he doesn't blame the manager, it's the players that need to look at themselves. And that's effectively what Big Ange was saying there, right? It's not the players. It's not.
They got to take some responsibility.
Okay, they're on the pitch, so yes. But the majority of that responsibility is with the manager. And I've said this a million times, right? It's the manager's job to manage the players, to get them up for a game, to make the right decisions, to pick the formation, to pick the tactics. It's down to the manager. If you're a manager and you're 2-0 down and you make a substitution or two with 5 minutes to go and you draw 2-2, you're the one that gets the pat on the back.
Yeah.
Right? If you're a manager and you're leading 2-0 and you make substitutions, you're going to lose 3-2. It's your fault. It's your fault that you don't G your players up enough. It's your fault you don't give them. Let me tell you now, Nuno Espirito Santo, Forest fans, you can agree or disagree, he ain't losing that game after being 2-0 up.
My only thing is when you look at the team that he picked, that they should have been beating Swansea. I mean, they got off to a great start. They've got the likes of Zinchenko who played last night, Bolly, Ryan Yates, Douglas Luiz was playing there, McAtee from Man City, Hutchinson. They've got some good players. That obviously Igor Jesus scored 2, so fair play to him. So he looked at that score and he's gone, all right, that should be good enough to beat Swansea, and it was working. But then I don't kind of like, he brought in Hudson-Odoi, he brought in Sangari, and he brought in Gibbs White. Now these guys play a lot of football, so I thought even with the substitutes, I don't think they were necessarily bad, but for whatever reason it was a collapse. And yeah, you can blame Ange for in terms of the way the game was seen out, because that's what I think Ange's biggest problem is that. Like I wouldn't trust him if they go 1-0 up. I'd still be panicking. Even if they go 2-0 up, actually, with 10 minutes to go, I'd still be panicking like, oh my goodness, he's going to still flood men forward. I mean, don't get me wrong, Swansea scored some really good goals last night, but I just think he hasn't got off to the best of starts, and I agree with you. I don't think Nuno loses that game last night. I think he would have been a bit more pragmatic with 2-0 up, give Swansea the respect they deserve. Let's just back off a bit.
If you asked any football fan, including Spurs fans, 2 of the biggest problems that Ange had when he was in charge of Spurs, 1, he can't hold on to a lead,
no.
And 2, they don't defend set pieces.
No.
2 goals from set pieces last night, and they threw away a lead.
Yeah.
I mean, he's back.
Cam Burgess, obviously Ipswich last year.
Have you made that connection already?
Well, he was at Ipswich last year.
But you don't need to mention
that. I want to.
If it was at Stoke, you wouldn't have mentioned it.
No, but Cam Burgess, ex-Ipswich.
Okay.
He's got 2 goals, by the way. 2 great goals.
Yeah, they were great goals.
Header and a smash the last one.
Yeah, but just make sure as a manager you see the game out.
I know, but listen, he's got enough to I won't say a poor start, but it's not a great start. I mean,
no, it's poor. 2 defeats.
Yeah, I mean, but getting smashed by Arsenal, there's no.
It's a poor start. Irrelevant of who they were. 2 games, 2 defeats. Poor.
Yeah, okay, but imagine they played Liverpool and Arsenal the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah, but they didn't.
No, but my point is, you'd go, okay, some sympathy. So
you'd still say poor start.
Yeah, but you'd go, but the performance was all right. But I think the Arsenal game is, you could go, they're away at the Emirates.
Yeah,
but Swansea last night, no excuses. You got to see that. It's 2-0 up against a Championship side. You have to see it through.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think he's a good manager.
No.
I really don't. He's got 1 game plan and that's it. What? Entertaining, yeah. But if he's not your manager, it's fun. It's fun to watch out. You can take the mickey out of Forest and Spurs, but you don't want him as your manager. I just don't think he's good enough for the Premier League, and I don't think he'll see out the season. I really don't.
No, I think he will.
I just don't think he can do it. What do you think he needs to do now as a Forest manager? They've got some winnable games coming up. When I say winnable, they're all games, of course, in the Premier League, so they're all tough.
Burnley away is not going to be easy.
No. But they're not. If you look at the run of games, they're not Liverpool away, Man City at home. They're not those type of games.
No,
right?
so the next 2 are two of the promoted sides. So you've got Burnley away, which would be difficult.
Yeah.
Then Betis in the Europa League. Then Sunderland at home.
Okay.
And then Newcastle away.
Okay, tough game. But the 2 you mentioned, can't lose them.
No, but they could, because them 2 have both started off well.
I know, but you can't lose them.
Yeah.
Forest fans, you can have your say. You think we'll see the season out?
Yeah.
You think Ange Boy's back?
Yeah. No matter.
He's back now.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we'll see the season out. Do you think he's a good manager?
I think he is a little bit stubborn. I think he's decent. I think you don't win trophies at every club you've been at if you're not.
I know, but I don't know if you can count the other. You go to Celtic, you're winning the league.
I get that, but still did it.
No, I know, fair enough.
Okay, the Tottenham one last year, though. Come on.
Yeah, okay. That was I can't. I'd take nothing away. But I mean, this is his 2nd game in charge. He's already doing interviews, staring at his feet. No good. Forest fans, listen, I've had my say. More importantly, you can have yours. Pick up the phone. We've got a real busy show. Noel Gallagher will be joining us in about 45 minutes, looking ahead to all the football that involves Man City. We've got Steve Collins, former 2-weight champion of the world, with us in the studio. We start today's Champions League drive time show with Forest calls on Big Ange. It looks like he's back. You can come back and have yours say 03717 223344. We'll be back right after this. very serious music, isn't it? Jack. It's Champions League driver, talkSPORT to me, Andy Goldstein.
Even Sneaker Freak, thank you.
Mr. Darren Bent alongside me with his fake shoes on. Ben and Jerry's. Still to come, we'll be joined by rock and roll royalty. Easy for me to say, the legend that is Noel Gallagher's on today's show in about 40 minutes' time. Stick around for that.
You know what? Hate doesn't suit you. So don't do that.
I didn't hate. It was a joke.
No, but don't joke.
Well,
some people will say that's hate. It's not when someone's wearing something. When someone's wearing something nice and you go, that's fake. That's hate.
Yeah, but people know that you're the sneaker freak. You don't have fake stuff.
Listen to me.
Sorry, what's the new band you got on?
Oh, from that event I was at last night.
Why don't you take it off?
I feel like Smudger. You know, Smudger's got about every band from '84.
So that's when I got into kindergarten.
Yeah.
Oh, take it off. Just quickly, Son Heung-min scored his first MLS hat-trick as LAFC beat Real Salt Lake on Wednesday. Juve will reportedly try and sign Man City's Bernardo Silva when his contract expires next summer. Right, we're taking your calls on Big Ange and why he can't hold on to a lead. 03717223344. Curtis, what a great name. Curtis joins us. Curtis?
Hi.
Hi, man.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good, guys. How are you?
You're good, man.
I say loud and clear. It's not actually loud and clear. What would you like to say?
Can you not hear me very well now?
Now I can.
Oh, amazing. I'm probably going to lean forward a little bit. I'm a Nottingham Forest fan. As you can probably hear, I'm Australian. So I moved over to Nottingham Forest 6 years ago, and I cannot believe he's here. Like, the football never changes. Like, I was saying to the guy I was speaking to before, the first account I ever met of Ange Postecoglou, he was the manager of our youth team, and we were talking about him playing a three at the back, on the line formation with the young players. It doesn't work. And he was like, no, this works. Every club he plays for, he plays the same expensive football. And we were known last season as I think we had 12 clean sheets at Forest. We are not going to get that with his football. And I cannot believe this man is haunting my life. Every time I sport, there he is. I saw he was at Spurs. I thought, that's not going to work. And then he's here. Oh, I'm sorry to rant. I can't believe we took him on.
Do you know what I think it's going to be? And where I've got some sympathy with Ange and why I understand what he maybe does what he does is because he hasn't gone for a period in his career where he hasn't won something. I think that, and remember, I think Jose is a bit like that. Jose went for a period.
Don't compare the two.
No, but I'm not. But my point is, Jose was going winning, and he got to a point where people were like, I can't take this anymore. Like, and he almost stopped winning. I think Ange is going to have to stop winning trophies before he goes, maybe it's not working. But
no, you are right. If he keeps winning trophies,
why would he change?
Yes, but he needs to. It's very difficult to have this argument because he's won
winning.
the Europa.
That's the problem we have.
Yeah,
and which is why he can turn around and be all arrogant and go, well.
Yeah. Okay. The only thing I'd say to counterbalance that is his league football. So week in, week out in the Premier League is appalling.
It's appalling. But if he's got something to show at the end of it. He's out forever. Like he left Tottenham, and Tottenham fans again. It was appalling the league form. But he just go, well, when was the last time we won a trophy? Because I've won it.
You're right. It's difficult to argue. Chris is a Forest fan. He's up next. Hi, Chris. Chris,
how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good man. You all right?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm actually a Middlesbrough fan, but I really do enjoy watching Nottingham Forest play.
Okay.
The only thing I've called up to say really is give Ange a chance. He's had a week.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Week in the door.
Yeah.
I know he's had.
Yeah, I think you're just going to wind people.
Who was that?
He's a Borough fan. Daniel, give him a chance. Daniel's a Forest fan. Daniel, do you want to give him a chance?
Yeah, I'm happy to give him a chance. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, because right. So last night, I'm really touching on what you said about being the manager's fault. I don't think he was at fault last night. He made substitutions at the right time. It's just that we switched off and got complacent.
Daniel, I'm going to ask you a question. Think about your answer, but be brutally honest. 2-0 up. Does Nuno lose that match?
No.
Yeah.
I understand that. But I think Nuno had lost all interest.
Maybe. But what my question is, a better manager doesn't lose from 2-0 up with 20 minutes to go and 2-1 up with, 4 minutes of added on time?
Yeah, I understand that. We also had chances to score.
Yeah,
five
you did. Yeah, I mean, Hudson-Odoi had a big chance, didn't he?
Yeah, he killed it. Yeah, we had some great chances, but we just didn't see it out. And I just think we should give him time because he's only been there a few days. You just got to give him a bit of a chance.
Do you think he's a good manager?
Yes, I think he speaks well. I think in his interviews after last night, you could tell how gutted it was about the way we conceded in the manner they conceded them goals.
Okay.
Do you know what? I've got a question for you, Andy.
Yeah. Thanks for your call, by the way, Daniel.
Amarim or Ange?
Oh, Amarim.
Okay, fair enough. It was easy.
Yeah, I see nothing. I mean, I'm holding back on my views of.
I mean, hold
Big
on a second there. You said you see nothing for Big Ange. What have you seen from Amorim?
No, nothing either. But there's no point getting rid of a manager that I don't think can do it and replace him with a manager I don't think can do it.
Would you replace him with Gareth?
Yeah. Well, hold on. You mean long term,
Yeah.
or just for the until
no.
we get someone else in
For the next 2 years?
No, no.
So you like Amorim then? What are you doing?
I thought we had more calls, but Joe's just taken them away. Look at his little face. I thought we were going to the next one. Have we got time for what? No, we haven't. In fact, if we move now, we can have more time. No, I wouldn't. My view on Gareth Southgate has changed a little bit, like how you've explained the Graham Potter scenario, that if you're out of work for a long time, they become better managers.
Yeah. I mean, I still like Potter, but I'm fighting. I mean, Graham, come on. I'm fighting it.
See, Bilic is linked to the job. I mean, that would be a backward step for them.
I mean, it's the football he played, though, at West Ham when he was there.
I don't think that's the
'Cause
answer.
he was there with Pyatt and them boys.
Yeah.
Oy.
Oh, you think it is the answer?
No, but I'm saying it was an exciting brand of football that time.
Yeah. Still to come, we'll be looking back on Chelsea's defeat away to Bayern Munich last night. I'll tell you what, no Googling time, Jack. I'll tell you what, my shout for Harry Kane to win the Ballon d'Or, I'm going to push that through the whole season. He'll win it.
Great goal, second one.
With Jose Mourinho officially named as the new Benfica boss, we want to know which two managers has he beaten the most times throughout his career? Which two managers has he beaten? There's no way you'll get one of them. You might get the other, but there's no way you'll get both of these. Great question. By the way, Goldstein's no Googling coming up after 6. Unbelievable question. Steve Collins will be joining us in the studio to talk boxing in a bit. And Noel Gallagher, the superstar that is, will also be on today's show. A busy Champions League drive time show. It's me, Andy Goldstein, and the sneaker freak, Darren Bent.
Jose Mourinho has agreed to become the new Benfica coach. He'll begin a 2-year contract with his first Champions League game back at Stamford Bridge a week on Tuesday. Elsewhere in the Champions League, Arne Slot says Liverpool can't keep relying on late goals to win games after Van Dijk's 92nd minute header against Atletico Madrid. But Florian Wirtz is growing into his role.
He's getting fitter and fitter and adjusting him more and more to us, which is normal. You need a bit of time to adjust. We all know how much quality he has, but sometimes people forget that he's a 22-year-old that goes for the first time abroad.
Chelsea were their own worst enemy in Munich. Some sloppy defending helped Harry Kane score twice in a 3-1 defeat to Bayern. But Enzo Maresca says Jonathan Tah should have been sent off for smashing into João Pedro.
For me, it's clear red card, yeah. Because there is not, I already said also in the Premier League, when there is not intention to go for the ball, and just intention is to kick another player, why is no red card?
And in the Eubank Jr. versus Ben rematch press conference, Eubank Jr. kicked off again, but this time at Eddie Hearn.
Chris.
You know the drill. I'm not going to say anything you say.
Okay, then don't listen.
I'm a bad guy.
No.
I'm in this.
All I was going to do was say a few words about Ricky Hatton.
There's loads more on November's fight on talkSPORT's boxing YouTube channel.
Is that we're moving? Is that we're moving, yeah? Afro beats with a bit of...
Is this what you can play? The kettle drums. What is it?
No, steel pans.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if that's a wine.
Hey, what's that cricket tune? Ding, 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 ding. Get that tune up next.
What's the relevance of cricket on Champions League night?
Because you just said to me about, can I still play the steel pans? And
Yeah.
that is a song that has them in it.
Oh, right, fine, okay. Double with that. Before the break, I asked the question. We're talking about Jose. He's the new Benfica gaffer. Which two managers has Jose beaten the most times throughout his career? There's no way you'll get...
Wenger?
No.
No, I don't.
One of them's Mauricio Pochettino.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, I'm stunned.
Go on. Pep.
Mark Hughes. You're right, that's before... Was that before Pep or not?
Have I made that up? Was he a Blackburn manager?
Yeah.
Oh, DB.
What do you mean all DB? What's amazing about that?
Because I forgot that he was Blackburn manager.
Oh, okay, yeah. That would have been Blackburn, Stoke. I don't know if it would have been Man City.
QPR?
Was Mark Hughes QPR manager?
I see. I'm sure he was, you know.
Was he?
Yeah. He was City manager, wasn't he, right?
Yeah, I've said that twice.
But I hadn't finished my sentence.
Oh, go on. He was City manager, wasn't he?
When they signed, they got the money was there.
Yeah, sorry.
First injected the money.
Santa Cruz and all that.
Yeah. Rocker Santa Cruz, what a player.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness, well.
Who was the other player they signed?
Robinho.
No, there's another player. No, there's another player. Who's the other one?
Tevez was there for a bit, wasn't he? They signed Tevez.
Tevez?
Yeah,
Who says Tevez?
That's how he says
Tevez?
That's how he says that to be said, Tevez.
Tevez?
When I spoke to him, yeah, Tevez.
There's another player they bought. He was up.
So there was Rocker Santa Cruz.
Yeah, there's another one that was no good. They paid a lot of money for him.
I actually quite liked the team before that, when they had people like Ilano.
Who was that? Was that Sven? God bless him.
It might have been Sven, or it might have been...
Was Sven before or after Mark Hughes? Must have been after.
No, Sven wasn't there when they had the money.
No, that's
He was
right.
before. But hold
on. I think it's the other way round. I think they got the money, got rid of Sparky, and then Sven was the first one in. Was it not?
No, was it not Pellegrini? Mancini, was it not?
Well, he's the first one in. And they won it with no.
I'll check it.
Okay, check it out. Still to come, we'll be joined talking to Man City by rock and roll superstar and Man City fan Noel Gallagher. But now, the Champions League continued last night with another busy night across the talkSPORT network. Let's start off with Liverpool, who once again left it late to beat Atletico Madrid in their opening game. They gave away a 2-goal lead before Virgil van Dijk headed a 92nd minute winner. Arne Slot spoke to the media after the game, and he was asked if he was always confident that his side would go on to win it.
You're never 100% sure, but what I do know is that we are so fit that we are able to push one more time. But I'm sure that we're not going to need every single game stoppage time. There will be games where if we are 2-0 up after 6 minutes and we create so many chances afterwards that we will score the first, and that we don't need stoppage time to make a late game winner. And there will probably also be games where we need a goal in the last minutes and we don't. But what I can assure you, even if we don't score it, we will try to push for it. That is the mentality this team has.
You obviously saw the game, saw the highlights, Benty, and another late winner for Liverpool. They surely won't have to or be able to do it every single game, but to get a late winner in the manner in which they did it at a cop end as well, you sort of felt it was coming, right? Especially when they threw away the lead.
It did, just quickly, it was Sven, Hughesy, Mancini.
Okay.
Right. No, but yeah, you're right. I mean, Salah's goal, what a goal that was. And you're right, they can't keep doing it. Like, it's going really well now, but at some point they're going to have to kind of buck that up because it won't always happen. But they're finding ways to win. I thought there was some good performance. I mean, Virgil's just so good, man.
Unchallenged for the header.
No, he did.
Sorry,
no,
that sounds rude.
He was challenged. He absolutely ragdolled him as if to say, "I'm sorry." Because you have a look at it.
Sorry, let me take it back because it was an unbelievable header. I have to make that point.
You look at there's a camera angle, I think, from behind. The defender has basically got Virgil's shirt. You can't even see Virgil's number on his back. He's trying to rip him down. Bang, header. But you're right. I mean, they've got some good players, like top players in their squad who I thought just showed up last night again. I always feel like Liverpool on Champions League night at Anfield are a different beast.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Completely different beast. But they got the job done. I thought Isaac, he's still going to take a bit of time. He's not quite razor sharp yet. 1 or 2 nice touches, but I'm sure he would have liked to have got a goal in his debut. But now, if you're Arne Slot, it is a slight concern that you are having to rely heavily on these late goals. But it's almost a nice problem to have because you're like, oh my God, why does it keep happening? But we're still winning.
But we have talked about I don't want to use the word leaky, but their defence. They have conceded goals, 2-0 up, and they throw away that lead as well. Is that a worry for Liverpool? Because going forward, we know they're up there with the best in the world, right, for the front five. But defensively, I know Virgil's a stalwart. I know that the goalkeeper's brilliant. But other than that, are there question marks?
I wouldn't say so because you've got to think, other than the 2 they conceded last night, they had back-to-back shutouts. They had a back-to-back shutout against Burnley and Arsenal. Right, so you go back to clean sheets. Yeah. Before that, they conceded 2 against Newcastle and 2 against Bournemouth. And even, I think it was a Community Shield, didn't they? They conceded 2 against Palace. So, yeah, I can understand that. But, again, they'll sort it out. I think there's so many moving parts with Liverpool at the minute. I thought Wirtz looked better last night.
Yeah.
I mean, he is such an intelligent footballer. And, like, even some of the little touches where the one where did Salah hit the inside of the post?
Yeah.
At first, I didn't even...
Left foot open goal one.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that Wirtz was the one who prodded it to him until I watched the replay.
Yeah.
I think he will get better and better. And I like the fact Arne's going, do you know what? Just stay out there, keep playing, keep going, because he'll get better.
A quick word about Mohamed Salah. Moved into the top 10 of all-time Champions League goal scorers with his 52nd goal in the comp.
Oh, my goodness, well, I bet for 1 appearance, but yeah, go on.
I mean, that's some achievement, right? And he's just, I mean, the goals are going to keep coming.
He's so good. I mean,
sorry, Benny, sorry. I think we all know Mohamed Salah's a bit of a genius, right? I do think he's one of those players that in about 5 years' time we'll look back and realise it a little bit more. It's only because he's playing and we get him every week.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, his numbers are insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, great goal to kind of go through, use his body, and then just finish it off. I mean, it shows such composure in that moment. But yeah, you're right. I mean, he's one of the greatest players in this country we've ever seen. I don't think that's even up for debate.
No. Right, let's move on to Chelsea. They were smashed 3-1 away at Bayern Munich in the Champions League opener last night. Harry Kane scored 2, including 1 from the spot. Their gaffer, Enzo Maresco, spoke to the media after the game. He was asked whether the defeat was a reminder of how tough the Champions League can be.
To be honest, I think the players, they were already aware of this competition, how difficult it is. You cannot compete, you cannot commit a mistake in the way we have done. But it's a game that I just said to the players, it's a game that I think we can learn a lot and build something special from this defeat.
One more Billy, who works on our show, big Chelsea fan, he said in our meeting it wasn't necessarily a poor performance, just a poor way to concede goals. I think that's fair, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think on the whole, I think they actually played relatively well. But I mean, you got an own goal, which Trevor Chalobah, there's nothing you can do about that. It's really well worked play, really well played. You've got stupid challenge from Casado, so again that's self-inflicting. And then you've got them trying to play from the back, Gusto's heavy touch, but then even the goal, it's not an easy finish.
Cole Palmer?
No.
Oh.
I'm talking about Kane's second goal.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Right?
Brilliant.
They win the ball back. It's like he didn't even look. He turns around, composes himself, and just bends it in that far corner. I mean, he's so good. So, yeah, I mean, if you're a Chelsea fan, you're disappointed in terms of the way the result. But you look at the performance in the game, I thought Cole Palmer looked good. Scored a great goal.
What finish that?
What about the other one that was offside?
Yeah, that was incredible.
Lovely finish as well. I think I think Chelsea will be fine in this competition. Yeah, they've got off to a bad start, but listen, Bayern Munich are top side.
What do you make of the centre-back partnership in Chalobah and Tosin? Are they good enough?
I think they're good. It's a difficult one because, again, I think they're both very good, but I'm not quite sure that's the first choice centre-back pairing. Okay. And I think that's the problem Maresca's got. Like, Levi Caldwell was doing well. He's got the injury. You've obviously got Fofana there, who's spent a lot of time out. You've then got these two centre-halves. I don't think Maresca knows who he's best to. I know maybe in his head, I know he wants to play, but for whatever reason, it's just so many moving parts. But no, I don't think you could read too much into this result because it's at Bayern Munich. I'm sure if it was the other way around and it was at Stamford Bridge, I've got no doubts that Chelsea could beat Bayern at Stamford Bridge, no problem.
Yeah. Just a quick word about Harry Kane.
So good.
So good.
Even
so good.
Yeah, just his touch, he's how clever he is in terms of his body position, even to win the penalty, getting his body in a position where there's no way Caicedo can get nothing on the ball.
You know what? They were questioning that, whether or not and I'm like, 100% penalty.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't get anywhere near the ball.
No.
But then the second finish, as I said, just rolls it between the defender's legs. He is what you call a proper
centre. Yeah, I think he'll win the Ballon d'Or. I hope he does.
Don't know.
Why? If he goes on to break all goal scoring records, they win the Champions League and
no, if they win the Champions League, then of course different conversation. But I just don't know.
Okay, you'd like to see him win it. We'd love to see him win it.
Yeah, it'd be nice. But I mean, there'd be people obviously pulling their hair out again. Why has he won it?
Forget those people. Right, let's touch on the holders PSG. They were 4-0 winners at home to Atalanta last night. They of course lost the Club World Cup final to Chelsea, but have so far won every game this season. If PSG can get back to their best, are they they must be one of the favourites to win the Champions League, right?
They have to be. We saw last season, if you'd have asked me in the group stage when Arsenal beat them 2-0, would they go on to win it? I would have said absolutely not. There's no one on the planet that team can win the Champions League, but seeing what they've gone on to achieve since then, you'd go, yeah, you make them favourites. I still think the Donnarumma one is a big risk because I know Luis Enrique was quite blatant in saying that he wants to go a different direction. I think I read something the other day as well. Apparently, it was the contract that he asked for was really what
Donnarumma.
Yeah, that they went, no, off you go. But I remember in that Champions League semi-final against Arsenal, where the first 25 minutes, Odegaard hits that shot, Donnarumma saves it. They threw everything at him, and he said, not even that game, by the way. Let's go back to Villa, second leg at Villa Park. Right. They threw everything at him, saving everything. Remember the save from Rashford? The header from who was the header from as well? Was it Watkins? Where he's plucked out the top corner. That's the one area I go, oh my goodness, letting him go.
I mean, it's very rare that you find a team willingly sell one of the greatest players in the world.
Yeah.
And that's what they've done.
And Enrique was blatant about it. He was like, no.
Very bizarre.
He doesn't fit the way we play now. It's time to move on. But obviously, from what they've lost, Man City have gained him, boy.
Yeah, they really have. A reminder, talking to Man City, they're in action tonight. They're playing Napoli. That game's live on talkSPORT 2, right here on talkSPORT from 7 o'clock. We build up to a huge night of football. We'll talk about it in more detail later on as Newcastle entertain Barcelona. Noel Gallagher will be joining us live on Drive in about 15 minutes' time, so stick around for that. I mean, why are we playing?
Yes, Jack.
Champions League Drive.
You go. Oh, wait, you know what? I was in this tune.
You can't play this.
I tell you what I'm
going to do. At Christmas time, Joe, we've got time. Christmas time, let's get some of these steel drums, whatever they're called, in the
Steel pans, man.
Right, and Benty will play them.
I'll play it for you.
Because for years he's told me he can play it. Absolute garbage.
I'm telling you now, I can play this tune.
Swear your kid's life.
I swear my kid's life I used to play it. I swear.
Right, we need to sort that out. If anyone's got steel pans that they can lend us for Christmas.
I mean, they're big old things. I can't just lend it.
It's sticking in the lift. I'll stick it in my man bag. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to Man City's game home to Napoli with rock and roll legend Noel Gallagher. Just quickly, Wolves boss Victor Pereira is set to sign a new deal at the club despite starting the season with 4 straight defeats in the Premier League. A clause in Ruben Amorim's contract means he will receive a £12 million payoff if Man United sack him before the first anniversary of his appointment on November the 1st. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Imagine putting that clause in and then going, so all I've got to do is get sacked before November the 1st. That's why he's playing 2 at the back next week.
Sinister thoughts from you, that.
Oh, dear. Right, pin back your luggles. This is something you do not want to miss. This is your final chance to enter our biggest competition yet. 2 winners will score Oasis tickets for their September the 27th show. Right, that's 2 of you will get tickets. But only one of those 2 will win £25,000 in cash on top. Yes, 25 grand and tickets to see Oasis. This is your last chance. You've got until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to enter. Here's how you do it.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word Oasis to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 338. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
25 grand. What are you doing with 25 grand if you win? So it's life-changing money.
Change it straight to charity.
Such an idiot.
What?
No, I need an answer from what you would do.
Yeah, if I want it now, straight to charity.
Yeah, but I need an answer like you buy something like a pair of trainers or something.
Well, no, because unfortunately, like you, I care about other people.
No, not like you. I didn't earn 75 grand a week for 5 years.
Neither did I.
That's the difference between me and you.
Neither did I.
Yeah. I think I can see that as well.
No.
Unlike you. So you're an ex-footballer in the Premier League, you lunatic.
Charity.
Oh, okay. 100 grand?
Charity.
Million.
Do you know off. I go off.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
I go off.
I'm going to do to prove I'm generous because people might think Goldstein's not generous.
Okay, no, if you are,
no. I'm going to prove it now. I'm going to prove it now. The lucky winner.
Yeah.
Right.
Goldstein's paste. If you go.
Goldstein's golden paste. I'm going to throw in a pot of that.
No, you know what I'm thinking.
The lucky winner.
If you're that lucky.
No, I'm genuinely serious.
No. The next 10 callers.
Yeah.
Give them a pot free.
No. Don't do luck. Why don't you just give 25 grand away to charity anyway?
Got to win it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fine. Oh, yeah, Noel's next call. I'll give him a pot. Right, time now for this, my friends.
Objection! Sustained. I sentence you to a lifetime of supporting United. Football Court is now in session with Judge Paddy on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
Yeah, it's time now for Order in the Courts. We welcome Alex Fitzgibbon from our friends at Paddy Power. Alex, hello.
Alex has thrown a wobbler. He's off 6. You've got me, guys. Hello.
Oh, my goodness.
No.
What have we got in?
Last time he came up with the worst decision ever, so I'm not sure about this.
What's his name? Remind me of his name. Is it Dave? Is his name?
Richards.
Lewis Richards. Is that who it is?
Hey, oh, look, no.
We knew it was you. How are you, Lewis Richards?
I'm all good. I've just heard that you say that you're very generous. Yeah, I still didn't receive that 10% discount code in my email.
He's coming.
That's what I mean.
There you go.
He's coming. I'll tell you what, he's coming, my friend. In a couple of weeks' time, free postage and packing. How about that?
Like it. Sign me up.
I'll sign you up. Yeah, it's looking good, but it could look better. Right, listen, we've got you on because each week Judge Paddy is here to rule on a topic that Bentley and I are going to debate. What are we talking about this week? Your honour.
Today, we are talking about the greatest last-minute goal.
Greatest last-minute goal. Okay. Bentley and I...
kind of in honour of, Liverpool's recent success, which I do argue. I think they can carry it on, but that's a different debate.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Well, Bentley and I got 45 seconds each to make our cases and present our evidence. Lewis, you're going to judge us on our knowledge, stats, delivery, and anything else you think is relevant. Is that right?
That is correct. And as Bentley weren't very nice to me a couple of weeks ago, saying that he likes the old fella more. So I'm going to take this a bit more I'm going to take it a bit more seriously. I've got a stop clock in front of me. There will not be any more over 45 seconds to make Darren happy.
Lewis, who would you like to go first, me or Darren Bent?
We will go with you first, please.
Okay, all right. My 45 seconds starts now. I'd just like to say that my case this week is sponsored by Goldstein's Golden Paste.
Oh, Lewis, come on.
Available at
Wow,
David
10 seconds in and we ain't even
Right, mine is only need about 10 seconds. Mine's very simple and it's the winner. It is, of course, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's last second winner for Man United in the 1999 Champions League final. I'll tell you why, not just because United were 1-0 down with seconds on the clock, and not just because he stuck out his boot and he went into the top corner and it meant Man United won the Champions League. It was because it's the only goal out of any other last-minute goal that didn't just win that competition, but it won the treble. There are other goals that people will talk about, and those goals have won matches or maybe even leagues. But there's only one goal in the history of football.
How long just
in the last minute, it won the treble.
I knew you was going to go for that.
Yeah. It's a bit of a tap in that, and it's a bit of a...
Oh, I knew it.
Just
And the quality of the goal, like just sticking a boot out.
It's what it meant. It's what it meant. Anyway, my case was put forward there. Thanks to our friends at goldsteinsgoldenpaste.com. Benny, you got 45 seconds on the clock. Benny?
Yeah, I'm ready for
Time starts now, Jack.
Right, so I've gone for a winner in the 88-89 season.
Mind up. What year is it?
At Anfield, Michael Thomas for Arsenal. At that time there, Liverpool were the team, pretty much unbeatable. Arsenal went to Anfield, where they never really lost, and had to score 2 goals. First of all, Alan Smith scores a header in the second half. And then,
First half.
Then the first, and then the winner by Michael Thomas right at the end. Fantastic. It was on the 26th of May 1989.
Oh, reading it.
It was warm. The referee was David Hutchinson.
It was warm?
But won Arsenal the league. 89. Fantastic. George Graham, Michael Thomas, absolute hero. The forward roll for the celebration. That's my answer there. That's it. That's what I got. Don't need more. I got fine. I've done it there.
Doesn't even need the rest of the time.
Don't need it.
Judge, can I just say, Judge, he didn't even know the facts about Alan.
I know, no, I did, but it's not about that goal. It's about the winner.
I know, but
Michael Thomas. I got that right.
Yeah, just won what did it win?
The league.
Oh, mine won the treble.
Doesn't matter.
Let's find out if one of my favourite people on the planet, who's soon to get a free pot of paste, Lewis Richards, will choose you, or of course, one of his favourite people on the planet, the presenter of Drive Time, Andy Goldstein. What are you going for?
It's Benty all day long. It hurts. it very much hurts.
You're a disgrace.
Why? Yeah, it's threefold. It's threefold, right? 1, I need to get him back on side. 2, because I knew you was going to pick it. And 3, because of the distress you calls me yesterday with the amount of messages I got about my mysterious rash.
Oh, do you know what? I like that, Judge. I like that.
Do you know what? I'm glad you've still got the rash. I'm glad it won't go down as well. All right? Get it checked out. Well, Lewis, thanks so much for coming on. It's always a pleasure speaking to you.
Lovely seeing you, Judge. I thought you looked really well. Love it.
Hair looks terrible,
Oh,
mate.
thank you, Benny. Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Enjoy, guys. See you later.
Good luck with that cream. Right, there you go. Thanks to Lewis Richards. There will be another debate in front of Judge Paddy next week, 18+, gambleaware.org.
Judge Paddy on talkSPORT with Paddy Power.
As if we threw in about sponsored by Goldstein's.
Do you know, a lot of features will be sponsored by Goldstein's Golden Paste. When we come back, I'll tell you what, honestly, is Steve Collins here?
Yeah, I was chatting to myself.
Steve Collins will be, it might be one of the greatest hours we've had on talkSPORT, not just Drive. So the second part of the next hour will be Steve Collins in the studio, obviously talking boxing. The first part of the hour, which is coming up in 4 minutes' time, will be live on Drive with the superstar that is Noel Gallagher right after this.
pre-Palace press conference, Graham Potter says he needs a bit of time to turn around West Ham's home form, but he says the sample size isn't very big when it comes to their overall record. This comes as we understand Hammers owner David Sullivan is considering calling back Slaven Bilic, who achieved their highest ever league points record in their final season at Upton Park. We know he'd be keen on a move. Here he is 3 weeks ago speaking to White and Jordan about Sullivan.
We are now on very good terms. You know, it's not, of course I wasn't happy, and of course I think now, and even then, that I didn't deserve to be sacked.
Meanwhile, we're a handful of hours away from two mammoth Champions League commentaries on talkSPORT this evening. On the main channel, it's Newcastle hosting Barcelona for the first time since 2003. Former striker Mickey Quinn is expecting Nick Voltemade to make a name for himself.
A goal, you know, on his debut, because a lot of pressure coming with that. He's only 22, 70-odd million pounds worth, so he has settled in. Gordon and Alanga, plenty of place there up front. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think Newcastle are going to go at them straight from the start.
Over on talkSPORT 2, its subplots aplenty at the Etihad, which shouldn't be empty on this occasion. King Kevin De Bruyne is returning, while Donnarumma's playing against international teammates. Plus, can Antonio Conte maintain the upper hand in his head-to-head record with Pep? Here's expert Daniele Fisichella.
He's going to balance being entrepreneurial with being a little bit cautious as well. One thing for sure, Conte is really proud. He's got his chest puffed out, and a chest where the Scudetto of the champions lies. So, you know, comes back to England and say, hey guys, see what I achieved since I wasn't with you.
In the Eubank Jr. versus Ben rematch press conference, Chris Eubank Jr. kicked off again, but this time at Eddie Hearn.
You know the drill, Chris. You know the drill. I'm not going to say anything you say.
Okay, then don't listen.
I'm a bad guy.
No.
And England welcome back Ellie Kildunn for their Rugby Union World Cup semi-final with France on Saturday. The World Player of the Year missed the quarter-final with concussion, but has passed medical checks. Zoe Harrison's replacing Holly Aitchison at fly half. France, meanwhile, are missing two key players, including their captain. There's more on our website at talksport.com.
Hour number one done on talkSPORT Drive. Here he goes. Again.
First 60 minutes done and dusted. Champions League Drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, and someone that's looking very well today in his suit. It's Darren, by the way. It's Darren Bent.
I'm not a clown.
Jack, like that was the first hour.
Honestly. Random button number 2. Still to come, we'll be joined in the studio by former two-weight champion of the world, Steve Collins, although that could be in a minute. But now, Kevin De Bruyne returns to Man City tonight. It's a game you can hear live on talkSPORT 2.
A man that has been in the team that have won the Champions League, a man that has won 6 Premier Leagues.
His incredible talent, vision, pass, assist, goals in the final third is unique.
Goes past his man, pulls it back to De Bruyne!
Kevin De Bruyne is to leave Manchester City at the end of this season.
It's going to be a big loss because he's been a fixture for 10 years.
Manchester City will be in the Champions League next season.
Breaking news last 5 minutes, Kevin De Bruyne has joined Napoli.
Napoli are signing one of the best players the Premier League has witnessed in the last 7 or 8 seasons. One of the best players in the world.
Man City.
Here we go.
Napoli at home.
It's nice to, bring him back, and we have a great welcome to them because they deserve it.
We had a season, an off-season, but I think we've got as good a chance as anyone to win the Champions League.
City are going to have a big task against this Napoli midfield.
Just focusing tomorrow, the game we have to play, start well this competition.
Yes, Man City's Champions League campaign gets started tonight as they host Napoli. It's a game you can hear live over on talkSPORT 2. That one kicks off at 8 p.m. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be, could be Rasmus.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be Kevin De Bruyne and also Scott McTominay as well, could all feature.
Nice, I like that.
I'm looking forward to that. And we can look ahead to that one now and chat all things football with rock and roll legend and superstar and, more importantly, massive Man City fan, as we say hello and good afternoon to Noel Gallagher. Noel, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm very well. It's a very clear line.
Clear
what are we
line,
speaking
yeah.
to you on? Have you got a all singing, all dancing new line or not?
No.
Oh, it's lovely and clear. How are you? Are you good? You well?
I'm all right, yeah. I'm all right. All right.
Are you going to the game, by the way, tonight?
No, I've literally just
okay.
back in the door from South America, from Mexico, so I'm a bit jet lagged, but I'll be watching it now.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Are you excited about this season's Champions League? The new format, last time out, a lot of people poo-pooed it and questioned it. I think already this week we've seen it push up or pull up some unbelievable games that we perhaps wouldn't get in a group phase of a competition. Are you a fan of the new Champions League?
I didn't like it last season. I thought it was too much of a change, but I agree with you. There's been some great games this far, but seeing how we do, I don't know. We're kind of a bit handicapped this season because we did so bad last season. So we've got some tough games, but tonight will be great for the King coming back home, and we'll see where we are as a team tonight, I think.
We'll get your views on Kevin De Bruyne and the game in just a moment. I just want to talk to you about your new goalkeeper, Donnarumma. I mean, I feel a bit for James Trafford because his young kid's up 23 and he was probably thinking he's got a chance of cementing his place as England goalkeeper for the World Cup. But when the best goalkeeper on the planet becomes available, you've got to get him. You must be over the moon with that.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer because he's 26. You've got the best goalkeeper in the world now. You can box that off for the next 6-7 years.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't have to worry about it. With James Trafford, he'd do well to learn a bit from him. Do you know what I mean? And I think he had a bad game at the wrong time. If he'd have had the night we got beat by Tottenham or whenever it was when he was fiddling around at the back, if he'd have had a worldie that night, we might never have signed him. But he made a mistake at the wrong time, and he's a kid. Do you know what I mean? He's young, so he'll be learning from the best. You know, the save on Sunday from Mbeumo was, I mean, as good as a goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, so if he can stop a few counter attacks and take turn a couple of draws into wins, and we'll be doing all right. But I think he's great. He just looks great. You know what I mean?
No, the performance at the weekend was great, the way you completely dismantled Manchester United. But was it nice to see Phil back to his old self?
Well, it's not rocket science. Far be it from me to suggest to Pep Guardiola where Phil should be playing. He should not be playing on the wing, ever. He's not a winger. When he had the greatest season of his life, hey presto, where was he playing? He was playing in the middle of the pitch, where he belongs. And if he plays there this season, he'll have another great season. He'll score goals. That's just where he's supposed to be. He's not a wide player. I don't know why people persist with England and City playing him wide. Maybe it's to accommodate other players. I don't know. But when you see Phil and he's on his game and he gets the ball on the half turn, he's like Gazza, you know what I mean? He kind of gets you off your seat, and he was brilliant, as we knew he would be.
Yeah, great header as well. It has been a really mixed start to the season for City. 2 wins and 2 defeats. What have you made of that? Why do you think that is, Noel?
We're still not too solid at the back, and I don't know. It's a brand new team. I mean, he's signed. I don't know how many new players we signed, but it's kind of getting into double figures now, and it'll take a while. If you think of Guardiola's first season, where it's a year of transition, he was building a new team. We just finished 4th, and the season after we ran away with it. So it might be a season of transition, but other teams have gotten better and are more like Arsenal now. Arsenal have got a stable, very experienced team now. Our team doesn't look too experienced at the moment because it's all young players. Liverpool have got an experienced team. They've won it a couple of times already. So it's I think I'd put us probably 3rd or 4th. I wouldn't. Nobody's hoping. Even the game on Sunday, I think we'll go in there in hope of beating Arsenal. None of us are going there expecting to win. Do you know what I mean? But we expect a good game, and hopefully we can get something. But you look at Arsenal and Liverpool, and they just look stronger than us. Do you know what I mean? But it's going to take time at City.
Sorry, Ben, if you had to put your money on one of those two winning it.
What, the league?
Yeah. Who'd you fancy for it?
Liverpool have got the luck of champions because they keep digging it out in the last minute. But then City were doing that last season for the first 6 games, and then it all fell apart. I mean, if Arsenal, I say this every season, if they don't win it this season, they're never going to win it. But genuinely, if they don't win it this season, I think the manager's out the door. So, who do I want to win out of the two? Liverpool. I hate Arsenal.
No, fast forward.
And for the record, I hate Liverpool too. But
Can I ask, are you making that call judged on who you know that's a Liverpool or an Arsenal fan? Like who it would hurt more?
I don't mind. No, I don't mind. No, I've got nothing against the fans. It's just
no, but I mean your mates. Like if Arsenal win it for the next season, I'll never hear the end of it from Benty.
I've got a few Arsenal mates, and they're to be quite honest, I've got a few Scousers in my group as well, and they tend to be bad winners as well as bad losers. So it's a toss-up, really. If they can both lose, it'd be great. But if I pick one, it'd probably be Liverpool because they're the better team, I think.
Okay.
Fast forwarding tonight, then, Noel. You said it there at the top about Kevin De Bruyne coming back. I mean, what a player! He's one of the greatest in Premier League history. You must be looking forward to watching his reunion, and he must get a standing ovation when he walks out.
Absolutely. I've just texted him actually and just begged him not to score. And it's going to be a weird night for City fans. It'll be a weird night for me and my lad will be around here watching it, and to see him in a different kit and to see him line up against us will be quite emotional as well. Do you know what I mean? Because he's the king, and I expect him to have a great game, and I expect him to make assists, and just as long as he doesn't score. And it'll be a good game tonight. I mean, we'll find out where we are because the game on Sunday. I know we spoke about it already. United, you can't really judge anything against United these days because they were dreadful. But we'll find out where we are tonight. But I mean, they're the Italian champions and the top of the league again. It's going to be a difficult game for us. If we get anything out of it, I'll be over the moon.
What's your view on players celebrating or not celebrating against their old clubs? Like if De Bruyne scores, I'm guessing he won't celebrate. But what's your view on that?
I think they should.
Yeah.
I think they should. I'm not for this. If it's De Bruyne, right, he's been there 10 years, that's fair enough. You see a lad who, they score, they played 3 games for the reserves and they're kind of, they're holding their hands up to the crowd. You just think, you idiot.
Yeah.
But I guess people like Kev who've been there for the peak of his career, I suppose he's not going to celebrate, but I think you should still celebrate a goal.
Yeah.
Always.
Do you think that he went maybe a year too early? He left the club too early or not?
No, I think it's about right. I know he's done great things in Italy, but it's not the same league. It's not the same pace.
No, it's slower.
It's the Premier League is brutal, and you've only got to drop your level by 2%, and the game will pass you by. I'm not saying the games were passing him by. He still showed flashes of it, but we had him at his absolute best, where he could take the game by the scruff of the neck and do things that you couldn't even imagine you'd see a footballer do. And these best years are behind him. You'd have to say that, particularly in the Premier League. But Italy's the perfect move for him, because it's a slower, more technical, more defensive league. And I'm not surprised he's thriving there. Even Lukaku's good over there. So that tells you all you need to know.
Would you not know? Someone who's certainly not slowing down is your striker, Erling Haaland. I mean, again, the numbers are just absolutely scary.
Unbelievable.
Do you still think he's the best in world football? I know Harry Kane's got off to an incredible start, but do you still think Haaland's the best?
Without a doubt. I mean, his numbers speak for itself. He's played 101 games for City and scored almost 90 goals, and that's in the Premier League. Come on, that's not even. Let's talk about his Bundesliga record. I mean, with all respect to Harry Kane, he was amazing, and he's doing great things in Germany. But that's in the Bundesliga. I mean, Erling's done it at a very, very young age, coming into a new team in the Premier League. It's scary, and he was great on Sunday. He looks fit. He looks happy. He's better with filling the team. Once this team gels and Turkey comes back and Reinders settles in, I think we'll be all right. But Erling is just, I'd have him over everybody,
including Mbappe.
I can only say from what I see from Mbappe, and I've seen him in the flesh maybe half a dozen times, and he's been rubbish. he has. I know he's great, but I've seen him play for Monaco against us, PSG against us, and Madrid, and he's never turned up in any of that. Maybe he did against Monaco, but in any of those games, he never got a kick. So I don't know.
I just wonder. I know it was against Man United, but I just wonder if with Haaland, there was a few people that questioned his all-round game. You can't question his goal-scoring ability, but I know it's early on in the season. I don't know if he's worked on that or not, but he just had a better all-round game against Man United, albeit Man United. Do you think consciously that's something he's been looking at or not?
I don't know. I mean, you hear Pep saying about him, I can't teach him anything. I'm sure he's not teaching him how to head a ball out of his own box. You know, so maybe it's just in him that he's in the leadership group now, whatever they call it these days, and he's taking on more responsibility. He's one of the senior players now. So maybe he's taking a bit more responsibility. You know, like when you see him, he's trotting around the pitch, he doesn't look interested. Maybe he's carrying a knock. You never know, do you know what I mean? And he always strikes me as somebody, he's a big guy. When they get a knock, they don't shake him off that easily, but at the minute, he looks like he's on fire, so long may it continue.
Yeah. Okay. Before we move on ever so briefly, I'm guessing you think Man City will win tonight. What will the score be? How's it going?
I'll take any kind of scruffy 1-0 win. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I think it'll be a great game because both teams will go at each other. Yeah. Could be a classic, but,
Are you worried about Rasmus Haaland?
I am.
No, you're not.
Genuinely.
No, you're
genuinely.
not.
Why? Why? Because, the narrative surrounding United at the minute, it'd be like him to, De Bruyne to 3 assists from De Bruyne and a hat-trick from Haaland. You'd be just like,
McTominay, yeah.
Well, that's great. It is going to be a fascinating game to watch, I think.
Yeah, I can't wait.
With all the subplots and McTominay and Haaland, De Bruyne, Rodri, all that, Haaland, Foden. It's going to be great.
It will be. Listen, I can't let you go before getting your view on the really sad news we got from the weekend. Ricky Hatton passing away. I know you two are incredibly close. I know he was at one of your gigs not too long ago. And lots of pictures of you and your brother carrying the belts into the ring on that famous night as well. I just wanted to get your view. You knew him as well as anyone. And it must have been a shock for you when you found out.
I was literally we were texting each other last week. And I had seen him at Heaton Park a couple of the nights. And he was on, standard Ricky form, he's wisecracking with everyone, he's having a drink, he was great, and then I don't know, I mean, we don't know what's happened, but he did struggle with his mental health, that's widely known, and it just shows you know what I mean, you never really know, and it's such a shame. He's a great Mancunian, do you know what I mean? He's a lovely, lovely lad, one of the lads, he's one of us, he came on tour with us once after that fight we're talking about. We did a tour of South America and he come along with all his mates for a few days. And, it's like he was in the band for a week. It was great. And it's just a real shame for his family and his kids and his granddad. And I was really gobsmacked by it, really gobsmacked. Okay. But, he had an amazing career. And, the night me and Liam carried his belts out in Vegas was one of the funniest and most, it was an honour for us to do that, but it was a funny night hanging out with him. And, sad we'll never see him at the Etihad again, but it's life, isn't it?
Just quickly, that night where you carried out the belts, how did that come about, that conversation? Why did you end up doing that?
We were... I think we were up at City and he was saying he was fighting in Vegas and he just said... he asked us just straight out, will you carry the belts out? And we was like, yeah, of course. And then, of course, me and our kid got into an argument about who was going to carry what belt, and which went on for about 4 weeks. And but it was an amazing experience, an amazing night to be in the ring, and it was a great fight, and he won. And he was just one of the lads with a funny. I remember him as actually a funny lad. We had a funny night out with him that night. After that, we were all out in Vegas with his mates and, trotting around the clubs, and we had a funny night out. And he was, the image of him with the wisecracking lad, that was him. He always had a one-liner, and, he'll be sorely missed, and he touched everybody. Do you know what I mean? Because he was such a humble, lovely guy.
Yeah, he was. No, thanks for those great words. Thanks for coming on our show as well, and I'll speak to you in a bit, pal.
Right, no worries, mate.
Thanks, man.
Cheers,
bye.
That's great. Great to hear from Noel about Ricky Hatton.
Yeah. I mean, again, I love the stories he just spoke about there, about the belts and stuff. So
I can see them arguing over them as well. Right, listen, City fans, will concentrate on your game tonight. It promises to be a humding. It really does. They're the type of games we love in the Champions League. Let's ask the question about Kevin De Bruyne, shall we? Because Noel called him the king, and we know how great a player he was in the Premier League. City fans, is he your greatest ever player? Do you think he is, Kevin De Bruyne?
David Silva.
He's up there. David Silva. Company's probably up there as well for what he did. Aguero, yeah. Man City fans, where does Kevin De Bruyne rank amongst your greatest ever? And phone up if you're on your way to the game or you're going to watch it on the box tonight. You can phone up and tell me how you think it's going to go. 03717 223344. Kevin De Bruyne, is he the greatest ever for Man City? You listen to Champions League Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Big thanks to Noel Gallagher. He was just on our show. If you missed any of that, you can go to the talkSPORT YouTube channel and watch it again, or you can just download the free-to-download app and have a listen. Still to come, we'll be joined in the studio by former two-weight champion of the world, Steve Collins. Just quickly, talkSPORT understands that Slaven Bilic is a contender to return as West Ham manager if Potter is sacked. I'm sure we'll be taking calls on that as well, but we're taking your calls now on Man City. Did they let Kevin De Bruyne go a little bit too early? How highly ranked is he as well? Let's speak to Steve, who's a Man City fan. Hi, Steve-O.
All right, Paul, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm buzzing, thanks, mate. Yeah, not too bad.
What would you like to say? You excited? I'm guessing you're excited about the game tonight. Are you going?
I'm not.
Language. What's your language? I'll keep you on air, but just be very careful, okay?
I will do, mate.
Okay.
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so
I just saw a Napoli fan with De Bruyne on his back, and it kind of chilled me to the core.
Yes. Well edited. Well done.
Imagine. Yeah, nice one.
So one of the, I don't know if you heard the chat I did with Noel just before the break. One of the questions asked was, do you think he was let go too early? And he sort of alluded to the point. No, it was the perfect time to let him go. It's a little bit slower over in Italy as well. We'll never know the answer to that. But what's your view?
I think he's probably gone at the right time. Left his legendary status as it is. I mean, the guy's done amazing things for City. I mean, just in fact, thinking about last year, he even played a bit part, but he dropped that ball onto Oscar Bob's foot against Newcastle, and just unbelievable. The guy, he's done amazing things for City. So he's been a legend, and he's done the right thing, gone to a slower league, and probably can, get a few more years out of him.
Steve, a lot of people, when you speak about Man City great players, often his name will, of course, come up. But the one that I often hear is David Silva. Now, David Silva, I mean, what a footballer he was. I know it's hard to kind of put them 1 and 2, but if you had your personal preference, who is above the other?
Well, I mean, to be fair, from the actual renaissance of City, you've got to say that Silva was integral in that kind of team, wasn't it? Him playing in that role was just something else. He did things that other players couldn't do. But De Bruyne came and, you could say he almost topped it in a better team. So it's difficult to kind of give him 1 and 2, isn't it?
Who would be your number one then, if you had to pick?
Oh, mate, Georgie King-Clancy.
What a player he was, by the way.
He was a great player.
Open a tin of peas with that left foot, that kid could.
Yeah.
What a goat.
Yeah, the goater, mate, honestly. Sintle Bank away, lost 3-2, sat in the KFC family stand. The goater was still there. He was still knocking them in, mate. You know what I mean? That was,
I don't know if he would. I mean, great player, but I don't know if he'd get into this current team, right?
Yeah, he'd keep out Haaland, wouldn't he?
Neither would Jerry Creaney,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're going back, aren't you? Yeah.
Or Jamie Pollock, you know what I mean? Best own goal ever, that lad.
I don't remember that. Tell me the own goal.
He was going towards his own goal. He lobbed it over the last defender and then slotted it in the top corner.
I do know that. I do know that goal.
You do know that one, surely.
I do. Yeah, that's on. I think a Danny Baker video. That one. I'm showing my age.
Yeah.
Listen,
exactly.
Thanks so much for coming on. What will the score be tonight? I think it'll be a fascinating game.
Oh God, I think it's going to be a scoring game. I think City might nudge it 3-2 or something like that. But De Bruyne is going to assist or score. I guarantee it.
What, Rasmus?
Yeah, Rasmus or BTEC Haaland.
Yeah, that's the one.
BTEC Haaland. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's doing all right since he left United, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think most people do. Thanks, Steve, for coming on. Cheers, pal.
Oh, mate.
Have a nice one. I think it'll be a great game tonight.
Even you're doing all right since you left United TV.
Yeah.
You got drive time.
I've got my own. I had drive time before.
They didn't.
No, I did.
No, because you couldn't really talk about United, though, could you?
I could talk about
you
United.
couldn't because you never said anything. So.
Well, I could. What's the attitude today?
I'm just letting you know.
Why have you got an attitude? What's going on?
Nothing. I'm happy. But I'm just saying.
I think it's because I've only given you 2 free pots, haven't I?
No, hey, listen, mate. Hey, looks well on the dog. The old. You
haven't got a dog.
Wow.
You haven't got a dog anymore.
We give Scooter some.
No, I haven't. Still to come, we'll be joining the studio in a moment by former two-weight champion of the world, Steve Collins. But first, it's time for No Googling. Ahead of Man City's game against Italian champions Napoli tonight, we want to know who scored the winning penalty for Italy when they last won the World Cup in 2006. Oh, you won't get that. There's no way you'll get that. Who scored the winning penalty for Italy when they last won the World Cup in 2006? I'd be stunned if you got that.
Does it begin with a B?
No.
T?
No.
DP?
No. You won't get it. I reckon I could give you the surname initial. You won't get it.
Go on.
G.
G. Okay.
No, you won't. The answer to that. And of course, Steve Collins with us in the studio, live on Champions League Drive after this.
In his pre-Palace press conference, Graham Potter says he needs a bit of time to turn around West Ham's home form, but he says the sample size isn't very big when it comes to their overall record. This comes as we understand Hammers owner David Sullivan is considering calling back Slaven Bilic, who achieved their highest ever league points record in their final season at Upton Park. We know he'd be keen on a move. Here he is 3 weeks ago speaking to White and Jordan about Sullivan.
Of course I wasn't happy, and of course I think now, and even then, that I didn't deserve to be sacked.
Meanwhile, we're a handful of hours away from two mammoth Champions League commentaries on talkSPORT this evening. On the main channel, it's Newcastle hosting Barcelona for the first time since 2003. Former striker Mickey Quinn is expecting Nick Voltemade to make a name for himself.
A goal, on his debut, because a lot of pressure coming with that. He's only 22, 70-odd million pounds worth, so he has settled in.
Over on talkSPORT 2, it's subplots aplenty at the Etihad, which shouldn't be empty on this occasion. King Kevin De Bruyne is returning, while Donnarumma's playing against international teammates. Plus, can Antonio Conte maintain the upper hand in his head-to-head record with Pep? Here's expert Daniele Fisichella.
Conte is really proud. He's got his chest puffed out, and a chest where the Scudetto of the champions lies. So, comes back to England and say, hey guys, see what I have achieved.
There's more on our website at talksport.com.
Listen, driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. In a moment, we'll say hello to an absolute superstar that's joined us again in the studio, Steve Collins. But just quickly, the answer to the question: who scored the winning penalty for Italy when they last won the World Cup in 2006?
Grosso.
You've obviously looked such a little cheat. Still to come, we'll be asking where Newcastle rank amongst Europe's top sides. But now we're less than 2 months away from this highly anticipated rematch.
If your hand never touches me again, you won't get it back.
I'm going to hit him round the face with an egg. His own team don't even like him.
You lot are in for a treat.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! He's here! Big uppercut there, and a hook from Eubank as well. Conor Bent's a good mate of mine. I want to see him knock him out cold tonight. And away they go again, and they're throwing huge numbers of punches.
Lick him up, lick him up, lick him.
That was one of the greatest fights I've seen in a British ring for a long, long time.
Go for the rematch for the excitement, the history, and the big payday.
The procedure will be parliamentary. You guys will see.
Yeah. November 15th.
Yeah, the Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Bent. They delivered Fight of the Year contender last time out. That was back in April. That saw Eubank win by unanimous decision. Yesterday's press conference threw up plenty of talking points. Joining us now to go through it all is former two-weight champion of the world and now friend Steve Collins. Steve, how are you?
Living the dream. Can I ask, did you introduce me as the amicable Steve Collins?
No, I didn't.
Are you sure? Earlier on?
No.
Oh, I thought you
I
did.
don't think that word is in my vocabulary.
It would have been nice because it's...
Oh, did I? Yes, I did.
Okay. Yeah, because it is. I actually thought I heard and I went, oh, I've never been described as that before.
Would you like to be known as that?
Yeah, that is really, that's a compliment. Thank you very much.
If I can say that later on, I will.
Just Google and see what it means before you say it, okay? And be sure be sure you mean it.
I always mean it. It's good to see you. How are you? Well, you know?
Yeah, I'm great.
You look great.
Very good,
Before we talk boxing, you got a text from a mate of yours that's in a cab. Is that right?
Yeah, he's my mate, Dean Barron.
Okay.
He's in town at the moment, warming up, waiting for me to catch up.
Okay.
I told him the legend I was with.
Not me, by the way, Darren Bent.
Well, different legend, different.
God bless you for that.
He said, "Hi, Steve." My message with Darren Bent. Do you want to have a word with him? He knows you're a Spurs fan. Okay. Hi, Steve. Sorry, in Uber at the moment. Darren scored a goal in the last 2 minutes of a game to make it a 4-0 win. I had a bet on a 3-0 win at 33-1.
It cost him a fortune.
But I still love the guy.
Fortune.
So there you go.
That was, I wonder.
I don't know. It was 3-0 when you scored the last one. He had 33-1 on 3-0.
Yeah.
Maybe an apology.
Goal bonus.
Yeah. He was all right that day. Right, listen, we've got lots to get through. We'll start off with this highly anticipated rematch. What do you make of the fact that these two fighters are fighting again? Are you pleased? Is it good for boxing?
First of all, I am delighted they're fighting again, and if it's anything close to where it was last time, it'll be great for boxing. I bumped into Conor recently, and I obviously know Nigel well. Nigel was class as a mate, and I think what happened when I watched the fight, the first third of the fight, I had Conor winning. He had a perfect fight plan, and he went off his fight plan. And his dad said if he'd have listened to us and stuck to the fight plan, he would have won. I think he could have. But he didn't. He went off his fight plan. Maybe he went off the fight plan because maybe Eubank wasn't allowing him to continue with that fight plan. You know, he could have prevented it. So I don't know, but it was. People said one of the best fights I've seen in British soil. It's one of the best fights I've seen worldwide. I've been to all the venues, seen great fights, and that one to me was probably, if not the best, one of the most enjoyable performances and great fights I've seen in my time. Yes, I have seen better fighters fight each other, but to me, everything about it, the competition, the heart, the desire, the want to win. And I repeat myself saying this, you have two young men who come from privileged background, two intelligent, articulate young men who don't need to fight, but they fight because they want to. And that tells me, and it tells the world that to be a hungry fighter, you don't have to come from the ghetto. You can come from the privileged background they come from, but if you have it in your heart, the desire and the want to win, you can put on performances like they did. And it was great for boxing, great fight. And I'm looking forward to the next one. Hopefully, if it's half as good as last one, I'd be very happy.
Steve, who do you think the rematch favours more? Because, of course, you had a rematch with Chris Eubank, and it felt like, to me, the second fight didn't even faze you. It was completely calm. In this fight, who do you think it favours? Because you've got Conor, who's young, a little more fresh, and then you've got Chris Eubank Jr., who's done the job already, but there's still question marks in terms of, can he go out and do it again?
You just asked me a question, you just answered it.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't mean that
Thanks for coming, Steve.
No, you have, yeah. You really have. Who do you favour? Well, you start to favour, and then you said one guy, then you said why you would favour the other guy. My answer will be said different, but it'll basically be the same. Either one can win it. It's who's prepared the best and sticks to the game plan, because both guys are capable of beating each other, and I saw that in the first fight.
I want to play some audio. This is from yesterday's press conference. Have a listen to this. This saw Eubank Jr. clash with Conor Benn's promoter, Eddie Hearn.
Well, just firstly, Jamie, obviously, just a couple of... You might just going to say
on, Eddie.
30 seconds about Ricky Hatton.
No, there's no 30 seconds.
Chris, 1 second.
You know the drill, buddy.
Chris.
You know the drill. I'm not going to sit here and anything you say.
Okay, then don't...
I'm a bad guy. I'm a this.
All I was going to do was say a few words about Ricky
I don't want to hear any of your few words.
Okay, I won't say anything about...
Let's move on with the press conference.
You're
I don't want to hear from you.
You get what's
I'm going to speak over you for as long as it takes.
You can do that.
We know the drill. Let's move on.
Okay.
Now, I will say that before they all sat down for the press conference, it was known that Eddie Hearn was going to start by talking about Ricky Hatton. So that was known. And then he starts talking about the fact he wants to mention Ricky Hatton. So everyone knew, including, I would imagine, Chris Eubank Jr., and still spoke over him like that. What do you make of that? Do you think that's turned a lot of people off him?
My enthusiasm I had 2 minutes ago about the fight and the match and the fighters from the privileged background, the whole lot has just been undone. Seeing that again. I'd like to think he wasn't aware, but you've just informed me that he was aware.
Yeah.
Maybe he might turn around in a week's time and express, his admiration for Ricky Hatton and how sad his loss is and so on, which will make up for what we just saw just there. What we saw just there, I can only describe it. It wasn't nice. It was disrespectful. Ricky Hatton, it's emotional talking about Ricky because I've got a photograph I showed you.
I was going to ask you about
very recent
with
Ricky, and the photograph of Ricky described exactly what kind of Noel Gallagher described him perfect. The photograph of Ricky that I have is we're all just about in the process of bursting out into laughter because as the camera was photograph about to be taken, he made a funny comment, and he was a comic. He was actually, he could have been a stand-up comic if he chose to be, and he made a comment, and we just burst out laughing as the picture was taken. That's Ricky Hatton. I'm shocked, surprised, but now I'm hearing more about his personal demons, maybe that's the wrong word to use, his personal problems, and I'm understanding more. I can't. Few fighters have travelled to see fight. I went to the States to watch him because that's how much I admire his style and his fighting way. But it was totally disrespectful what he'd done. He might turn around in a week's time and say, I apologise. In the heat of the moment, I wasn't really paying attention. I had my agenda and I didn't pay attention to what was being said. I'd like that to come out. If it doesn't come out, I think it's a stain on it, no matter how successful he is. People say, yeah, but he's disrespectful. And I think it's very disrespectful towards Richie Hatton.
Do you think he should come out and apologise then?
He doesn't have to apologise. And the mindset he has, he wouldn't apologise. I'd understood if he came out and said, look, I was out there, as a press conference, I was getting my piece across, I wasn't really paying attention, and I apologise. No disrespect. I don't think he'd have any disrespect for Ricky Hatton. How could you have disrespect for Ricky Hatton if you're a fighter? I'd like to think it was just something he wasn't really aware of, and I'm hoping it's a mistake. I don't think he genuinely would disrespect. Okay. I think if he did, I think his own dad would even probably, give him a telling.
Yeah. I think he's probably just misread the room. I think because of his disdain for Eddie, he's probably just completely lost all train of thought. Because you'd like to think if someone is talking about Ricky Hatton, he's going to go, like, he's not a disrespectful person. The only person I've ever heard him be disrespectful to is either Conor Benn or Eddie Hearn on the other side. But you'd like to think if he knew that he was going to talk about, obviously, Ricky Hatton, that he would go, fair enough. But I just think sometimes...
caught up in it.
Yeah. We genuinely like to think that's the situation,
yeah. I have to get your view on Ricky Hatton. Did you know each other really well?
Well, I've travelled... When you meet people who are in your business, in your game, and you don't see them for years, and you see them again, it's like as if you saw them yesterday. If Ricky walked into the room now, it'd be like I just with him last week. When I saw him, he was just... I remember we done Sports Stars 25 years ago, I think, in Spain. I mean, the crack we had then, and the same banter I had last time I saw him was no different. So, I obviously didn't know him because I didn't expect this, but I knew Ricky as a fighter and as a personality and a person whose company I liked and who I got a buzz with, and only cheered me up when I was in his company.
Okay, we've got you for another 15 minutes. We've got you till 6 o'clock, right?
You have me as long as you want.
I mean, I'd have it till 10 o'clock at night if I could.
My brother-in-law, big Spurs fan, thinks he's a legend, is in the bar around the corner drinking, waiting for me. So
drowning his sorrows after betting cost him a fortune.
The longer we go,
okay,
the more of a head start he has.
Jeez. All right, well, listen, and also we'll come back in a second. We'll talk about your boy, who's also boxing. He's, 23? I mean, and he's called Steve, right? We could see Steve Collins against
Steve Collins.
Eubank again.
I can start talking now, but you won't get to your break.
We'll do the break and we'll come back and talk about that. What a fight that would be. More from the legend that is Steve Collins right after this live on Champions League Drive in sec. listening to Champions League Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, and the ledge that is Steve Collins with us. Still to come, we'll be asking where Newcastle rank amongst Europe's top sides. Just quickly, the PFA are in talks with Chelsea over their handling of squad outcast Raheem Sterling.
I've seen Andy Sassy.
Andy Sassy, yeah, Axel Sassy. This is what we spoke about yesterday on the show. Do you remember?
Yeah,
when I was saying it didn't sit comfortably with me. Sod Heung-min scored a first MLS hat-trick as LAFC beat Real Salt Lake on Wednesday. Right, Steve Collins with us in the studio. Just before the break, Steve, I mentioned the fact that your son is also called Steve Collins, and he's a boxer. Two questions I have for you. One, why do people call their son the same as themselves? What's the thought behind that? Because there's a million names you could choose. Why don't you call him Steve?
Oh, my God. Why do dads? Maybe because he was so handsome. It's definitely me. I don't know. Probably, yeah.
Is there a reason behind it? I'm just always curious. There's like a million names in the world. You go, you can have the same one.
Well, people used to say there's only one Steve Collins. I said, no, there's two.
There's two now.
Yeah.
How good a fighter is the other Steve Collins?
Steve Collins was a professional rugby player, okay, who was under the tutelage of Sean Edwards, who said he's the next big thing to come out of Ireland in rugby. And then he hung up his rugby boots one day and he said, I want to be a boxer because I always wanted to be a boxer. And if it doesn't work out, I'll go back to rugby. And that's over 10 years ago. He's been fighting professional since. Yeah. He's kind of a bit of he's had a checkered career because he was with us and then he wanted to go his own route because he's very independent, didn't want his dad to be involved. So went his own route. Unfortunately, I think he was with people who were very enthusiastic, good people, but hadn't got the knowledge to bring him on. So I think he had a lull. Now he's back in the circuit with better coaches, and he's still looking for his opportunity to get into the Eubank Bent circuit because he's the same weight as Chris Eubank Jr. His name is Steve Collins, and he wants to fight him, but they won't let him in.
Why? Who's they?
They, the people who are making money on the Golden Goose. Which brings me back to over 30 years ago. There was a Golden Goose called Chris Eubank, and they wouldn't let me in until there was an opening, and I jumped in, and I killed the Golden Goose. And that's probably why they won't let Steve Collins Jr. in. They may be afraid that he'll kill their Golden Goose.
When you say they, do you mean the promoters?
The people, the business people in boxing, which are the promoters, yeah.
Have you seen enough from your son to think he could beat?
I know my son Stevie in the right preparation could beat anybody because he ticks all the boxes. He's tough, dedicated, and intelligent, and has got ability, a lot of ability, and he lives really well. He's a super athlete.
When you say they won't let him in, now promoters are all about money, right? It's all about the pound note. Surely that fight would generate millions or could generate millions of pounds. So there is an argument to say they would bite your arm off for that fight.
Everything happens for a reason. I think Steve Collins Jr. fighting Chris Eubank now would have been bigger than it was 5 years ago. Because we got Conor Ben, so you got Ben Collins Eubank, which is amazing. It was a great era in boxing back in the day. And who would have ever imagined two sons would be involved? But now we have the three amigos from the Three Amigos.
That'd be incredible.
Well, he's there. He's on standby. He's fighting in Glasgow on the 4th of October. And
telly? Can we see it?
Yes, it's on. Oh God, it's Queensbury Promotions anyway. Okay. It's Frank Warren Promotions. It will be televised. Yeah, love to get him out on the 15th of the undercard of Nigel.
Can we get him in the studio? Where does he live?
Well, when he's over, I'll bring him in to see it. Right now, he's in lockdown, preparing for his next bout.
Yeah, after the fight, can we get him in?
No, get him over. Yeah, he's very articulate. He can talk. You know, if he got in the undercard of this bout, the public would then look for it. Say, what's going on here? And sorry. Eubank Jr. wants to fight Canelo. My son is Canelo's twin, and sometimes his nickname is Grand Canelo. So maybe he can fight the Grand Canelo in before he fights the other Canelo.
Okay. This is a horrible question to ask. I'll ask it. Which of the two, Ben or Eubank, do you think would be harder for your son to fight?
Well, I spoke to Conor the other day. Conor knows my son because they communicate that both sons are champions and they're both contenders. I honestly think Stevie's physically too big. Stevie fought a heavyweight. He played rugby. As a heavyweight, he was pumped up as a rugby player. But as his career went on, he came back into his natural weight. He's now light heavyweight, but he's a big light heavyweight. He might, he's the same size, but a bit of bulk. I think he might be too big for Conor, but hey, that's up to Conor and him. Yeah. If they want to get her on, let's get her on. But I like Conor. I don't want to be Conor, but I want to beat up.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Conor. Yeah.
I do like Eubank Jr., but I'd like my son to teach him a lesson.
You said it there about your son for a little bit wanting to go his own way. Is he still coming back to you though with little dad, listen, what can I do better? Because I've got a son who plays football. And his coach is telling one thing, but I'm like, hold a second here. That doesn't make any sense. Do it like not do it fully the way I'm telling you, but I can give my little bits of advice which helped me get to where I got to. Is he not like that with you? Because you're a former world champion.
I think, yeah, he would listen to me on a set, but I think he just wanted to do his own thing. And he's got to stage now. He said, Dad, they're not letting me in they won't let me on the circuit. Can you help me? And I said, I'll try and make some phone calls and try and get you on the circuit, get you out there. And when the public want to fight, that's when it's going to happen.
Well, get him in the studio after the win on the 4th, and we'll make that fight happen.
Already got you convinced. You're saying he's going to win in the 4th. You are positive.
Of course.
I'm positive too, yeah.
Well, your sons are obviously
100%. No one's beating him. Listen, before we let you go, I know you've been inducted into the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. When did that happen? Congratulations. That must be great for you.
Yeah. Many, many years ago, I was inducted. I was asked would I accept an induction into the Las Vegas Hall of Fame, and I said, "Of course I will." And then he said, "Okay, this is the date." And me back then had an agent, and the agent said to him, "Okay, Steve will be over. This is where he wants to come over: hotels, flights, and spend the money." And they said, "It doesn't work that way." And he said, "Well, he's not interested." And he came on to me and said, "These guys are wanting to pay their own way." And I said, "Yeah, don't mind them." And then I realised then I missed out, and I took all this. They kind of blacklisted me, but now it's come back, seemingly from pressure from people. They now awarded me the Hall of Fame in Atlantic City, and it's just really taken off. And from my wife and I going out on our own, it's now an entourage, and I've got family, in Texas, Florida, Pennsylvania, New York, all coming. I've got family coming from Ireland, my family coming from the UK, and it's just becoming, instead of getting a taxi from the airport now, I think I have to get a bus, and it's just really. And then a lot of ex-fighters I knew back in there have said, "Steve, we're coming down." Jerry Cooney's going to be there. Roberto Duran's going to be there. Vinny Pazienza, who I met in a hotel not that long ago up in St. Albans, is going to be there. So it's a real. I'm excited because it's people I haven't seen for a long time coming, and it's a good gathering. Yeah.
Who's paying for the flights?
I'm paying for the flights, but I got the hotel thrown in.
Good.
Yeah,
and rightly so. Steve, we are massive fans of yours. We're always honoured when you come and join us in the studio. Thank you so much for your time. Good luck to the other Steve Collins when he fights in a few weeks' time. And then after that, bring him in. And we'll make that fight happen. We're on 10%, all of us, yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was going to offer you 20, but I'll accept 10%.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you for the support. And let's give the kid a chance.
Definitely.
History does repeat itself,
The public want it. I'm telling you now, the public want it. They do.
Want it, yeah.
They really do. What an honour. Thank you so much. And congratulations being inducted into the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. The last hour of Drive with me and Benny coming up right after this, and we're gearing up to two, not one, but two massive games in the Champions League tonight. Both of you can hear on the talkSPORT network.
In his pre-Palace press conference, Graham Potter says he needs a bit of time to turn around West Ham's home form, but he says the sample size isn't very big when it comes to their overall record. This comes as we understand Hammers owner David Sullivan is considering calling back Slaven Bilic, who achieved their highest ever league points record in their final season at Upton Park. We know he'd be keen on a move. Here he is 3 weeks ago speaking to White and Jordan about Sullivan.
We are now on very good terms. You know, it's not, of course I wasn't happy, and of course I think now, and even then, that I didn't deserve to be sacked.
Meanwhile, we're a handful of hours away from two mammoth Champions League commentaries on talkSPORT this evening. On the main channel, it's Newcastle hosting Barcelona for the first time since 2003. Former striker Mickey Quinn is expecting Nick Voltemade to make a name for himself.
A goal, you know, on his debut, because a lot of pressure coming with that. He's only 22, 70-odd million pounds worth, so he has settled in. Gordon and Haaland, plenty of pace there up front. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think Newcastle are going to go at them straight from the start.
Over on talkSPORT 2, its subplots aplenty at the Etihad, which shouldn't be empty on this occasion. King Kevin De Bruyne is returning, while Donnarumma's playing against international teammates. Plus, can Antonio Conte maintain the upper hand in his head-to-head record with Pep? Here's expert Daniele Fisichella.
He's going to balance being entrepreneurial with being a little bit cautious as well. One thing for sure, Conte is really proud. He's got his chest puffed out, and a chest where the Scudetto of the champions lies. So, you know, comes back to England and say, hey guys, see what I have achieved since I wasn't with you.
In the Eubank Jr. versus Ben rematch press conference, Chris Eubank Jr. kicked off again, but this time at Eddie Hearn.
You know the drill, Chris. You know the drill. I'm not going to say anything you say.
Okay, then don't listen.
I'm a bad guy.
No.
And England welcome back Ellie Kildunn for their Rugby Union World Cup semi-final with France on Saturday. The World Player of the Year missed the quarter-final with concussion, but has passed medical checks. Zoe Harrison's replacing Holly Aitchison at fly half. France, meanwhile, are missing two key players, including their captain. There's more on our website at talksport.com.
Well, Matt, to the last hour, would you say? Do you want us to dump that? Are you all right?
No.
Comfortable?
It's out now, isn't it?
Apparently so. Last hour of Champions League drama on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent here.
Do rhinos still exist?
Do what? Rhinos? Yeah, they do. I told you it was going to be a show. Noel Gallagher live on the show. Steve Collins for half hour. Wouldn't that be great, by the way? Steve Collins against Chris Eubank.
Yeah, I mean, I hope
juniors.
I mean, you know, you said a really good point there. Promoters love money.
It's all about money.
And that generates money. But the only problem is that there's no animosity between...
Oh, it's the names, mate.
Yeah.
We all want to watch that.
Who wins it?
Collins.
Is he still out there, is he?
Well, no, I'm going to be Team Collins there. Still to come and have some fun with the best of talkSPORT, and Billy's got an end of show quiz, and Goldstein's no Googling. No one will get this one, by the way.
Who's that sponsored by?
That is sponsored by Goldstein's Golden Paste. But now a massive week of Champions League action comes to an end tonight, and it's live across the talkSPORT network.
stand by for drama.
What a fantastic season this has been for Newcastle. Champions League football.
Hopefully a turning point in our history.
Newcastle thumping hit from Jacob Murphy. In towards Joe Linton, up there with a header, and it's into the corner. Turned away, Rafinha! Rifles in the rebound!
This is the stuff that these Newcastle fans would not have dreamed possible.
Manchester City will be in the Champions League next season.
We had a season, an off-season, but I think we've got as good a chance as anyone to win the Champions League.
As Erling Haaland goes through, and he scores!
Breaking news last 5 minutes, Kevin De Bruyne has joined Napoli.
Do you know you want to come here and perform well?
We had a great welcome to them because it was
after the game, yeah. Of course, it's nice to kick him back.
I think with Pep Guardiola, you doubt them at your peril.
Yes, for the third night in a row. How about that? talkSPORT brings you a massive night of Champions League action across the network. Following us at 7, you can hear live coverage of Newcastle's return to the Champions League. They take on Barcelona. What a game. Over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear Man City against Napoli as Kevin De Bruyne returns to the Etihad. The easiest way to stay across everything is simply by downloading the talkSPORT app. Great night of football. What one are you going to watch, by the way? Or, sorry, listen to?
I'm going to, unfortunately, you know, I'm...
Oh, my goodness.
But no, I will...
Well, you can download the talkSPORT app and listen in your ear.
Yeah, I was going to do that anyway.
Oh, fine. Okay.
But Newcastle versus Barca's the standard.
That's the one.
I know City, Napoli is a huge game. I get that. But we're used to seeing City in the Champions League every year. But because it's at St James's Park, like if it was away, I might be a little bit like, don't want to watch this. Because it's at Newcastle, I just fancy them on any given day to beat anybody in world football.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm torn because everything you've said I totally agree with. But having said that, the fact that you've got Kevin De Bruyne, you've also got Rasmus and Scott McTominay. There's double bubble in that.
I'm sorry. You're throwing Rasmussen next to De Bruyne.
No. A possible storyline. Because football has a strange way of throwing up.
McTominay would be the one because since he's got to Napoli, he's turned into De Bruyne since he got there.
Yeah.
I mean, brilliant last year, helped them win the league, won the MVP of the league as well.
Yeah.
Do you know, I stand by it. Yes, these players have moved away from Old Trafford and turned them to... Even Anthony, when he left on loan previously, was doing well at Betis. I still don't think you'd have seen the same McTominay, for instance, if he'd have stayed at United. No. He almost had to go away, and this is going to sound a bit silly, but he almost had to go away and find himself. Like, feel like he was one of the main men because...
I agree.
I've been
always in the shadows.
I've been in that same position where even though you're playing well, you know you're not really one of the main men in. You know the manager at any given moment will just go, do you know what? Out you go. Yeah. Whereas McTominay's gone to Napoli now, and he probably very much feels like... I'm the man.
Now he does. He's the king, yeah. We're going to talk about the other game. That was the Napoli-Man City one. That's live on talkSPORT 2. Let's concentrate on the other game. Eddie Howe has been speaking to the media ahead of Newcastle's game against Barcelona. That one's live right here on talkSPORT. And he said he was excited about the prospect of playing the Spanish champions.
It is a historic fixture. I think it's one that as soon as we realised we were drawn against Barcelona, it had a sort of a magical feel to it. I think it'll be an amazing game to experience. Yeah, obviously we've been focusing on the tactical preparation and making sure we deliver a good performance. And I'm really excited to sample the atmosphere. I think that will just be an incredible thing again.
You touched on that earlier on. The atmosphere is going to be absolutely rocking.
Hot ticket.
Absolutely.
Hottest ticket in town, that.
Yeah.
Metro Centre's going to be empty.
Do you think Ant and Deck are going tonight?
Yeah, of course. Shearer will be there. They'll all be there now. I just saw John Beresford doing an interview for Sky. But these are
Sorry, I've gone Ant and Deck, you've gone Shearer, and then you've gone John Beresford.
Yeah, but I'm just about Newcastle associated players or fans. John Beresford was just on the...
He's a good player, fullback, right?
Yeah.
Good player. But I mean, I've gone Ant and Deck, you've gone Shearer.
Okay, it's your turn then.
John Beresford.
Go on, your turn.
Ginola?
No. Okay, Les Ferdinand.
Yeah, okay.
No, but it's going to be a great event. Again, I've said
Gillespie?
They're going to fancy it. Like I'm telling you now,
without a doubt they will.
Those supporters will be after the Barcelona and especially nights. I mean, it was one of my favourite stadiums. I didn't really do that well there. If I remember, I scored my first professional goal there, but didn't do that well there at Newcastle. But
how'd you do for Sunderland at Newcastle there?
Full. But no, don't matter. But no, it's going to be a fantastic
What's this
event.
What's this wrong?
No.
Well, go on. How'd you do for Sunderland at St James's?
We got beat.
Did you? Oh, was that the 6-1?
5-1.
Yeah, you scored the one?
Yeah, it weren't great.
Yeah, you celebrated your goal bonus that night, didn't you?
No, of course I didn't.
You went out that night?
Honestly, you just snitches. Right? I told you I had confidence. I know it was a long time ago, but honestly, always snitching.
Did you tell me confidence?
No, I didn't. I just told you no. But I didn't think you'd blurt it out to everybody.
Celebrated?
No, I didn't celebrate.
You went out and celebrated?
No, I didn't go.
Goal bonus. Cha-ching.
No, honestly. Something like that. I know we don't really get on anyway, but I didn't do that.
So in your kid's life, you didn't do that?
No, I didn't celebrate. No, I didn't celebrate. All right? You're betting that.
I bet that.
Yeah.
You're not celebrating.
No, I didn't celebrate. My friend's birthday. I had to show my face.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, show my face.
Yeah. What's his name?
James.
James what?
Else.
You'd absolutely love.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's just someone you know.
No, he used to live with me when I was up there.
Oh, right.
James
okay.
Else, yeah.
Yeah, go on.
But no, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a great game. I think Newcastle will win. I've gone 3-1. And I think City will probably win as well. But that's going to be... I can see City being like a 4-2, you know.
Lots of goals.
Let's
just concentrate on the Newcastle one for a moment, right? So you've got 36 teams in the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 6 English teams in it. Okay? We're going to get to a stage soon, sooner rather than later. 16 teams go through the knockout stages.
Yeah.
Okay? If you were to rank the teams in order, 1 to 36, and Newcastle in the top 16.
I mean, that's hard, that. So, of course, off the top of my head, you know, PSG are going to be there. Barca, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Liverpool, of course, Bayern. I think they are.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think
one of the top teams in it, yeah?
Yeah, I think and Spurs, but Spurs as well.
All 6 English clubs.
Mate, come on. No, this is no disrespect. These are clubs who I believe that Newcastle and Spurs are better than in the Champions League, right?
Yeah.
Atalanta.
Yeah. It could take some time.
No, quick. Numbers are quick, right?
Yeah, we're off at 7.
Yeah, Atalanta, Ajax, Athletic Club, PSV, Villarreal, Leverkusen. And I'm going to go Marseille, Benfica, Frankfurt, Sporting, Galatasaray. I don't know how you even say that. Kara Almaty.
Yeah.
Olympiakos, Paphos, Slavia Prague, Bodo Glimt. Do you know what I mean? FC Karahavan. Karabag.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Union Saint.
Okay, yeah.
Finish
that one, Union Saint.
Union Saint Gilles. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. So you think they're in the top 16?
Yeah, they are.
So you think they should make it into the...
I think they will, yeah.
The latter stages?
Yes.
What is a good finish? We asked this about, I suppose. What is a good finish for them in this competition? Like last 16, you expect it now?
Yeah.
Quarterfinals?
I mean, if they even get to... I think just getting up the one step at a time. If they get to the quarterfinals and go out, it's a very good run.
If all 6 English teams were separated throughout the draw, do you think we should see them in the last 8? My question basically is, how good are our 6 English?
I think we are comfortably one of the best. We're comfortably one of the best.
What are you doing?
Because you keep going in and out.
Oh, okay.
I think we've got comfortably.
Sounds weird. Someone's just saying on the radio.
A selection of teams that are better than a lot of teams in this competition.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What will the score be tonight? Newcastle, St James's?
3-1.
Okay. If you're going to the game, and that includes Ant and Deck and John Beresford and Alan Shearer.
Yeah, if John Beresford's listening, I'd like to get him on.
Yeah, I'd like to get him on, of course. 03717 22 334. We're taking your calls. Where do Newcastle rank amongst the 36 sides in the competition? 03717 22 334. Listen to Champions League Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Still to come. We'll have some fun with the best of talkSPORT. Just ever so quickly, I'm looking at the no Googling, which is Goldstein's no Googling. I don't think this is the one, Billy. I don't know if Billy can hear me in the office. Can you change that, Billy? That's not the one. That's not the greatest one. We'll go to the phone line, shall we? We're talking about Newcastle. Where do they rank amongst the 36 sides in the Champions League? 03717 223344. And also, I asked Newcastle fans, if you go into the game, just give me a call. You must be so excited. Andy's a Newcastle fan. Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Darren.
How do you mate? You right?
Are you on the way?
We are on the way now. I can just see the lights in the distance.
Can you put into words how excited you are about tonight's game?
It's going to be a cracker. It's going to be the atmosphere is going to be electric. And right now, I would settle for a Desmond, but I think it's going to be 3-2 to someone.
But not you. You're not confident about the win, are you?
It'll depend how the game starts. If we get stuck in them like we did against Paris, if we get stuck in them early on, then I think we'll give them a right or a go. But Barcelona's still a good team.
Of course. They've got no Lamine Yamal. That's obviously a big blow for them.
Yeah, but
Who's key for you? You've named some interesting players there. Who's key for you?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I want to pull you on something that you said last week. And it's about who's key for us. Big Dan Burn, you said last week that he shouldn't have been playing for England.
Correct, he did say. Andy Goldstein did say that.
I said Ben Mee, actually.
I've been waiting to get through to pull you on it. Big Dan Burn has been one of the most important signings we've made in our recent history since the takeover. And if he was a few years younger, he'd be worth 60, 70 million pounds. He is insanely good for us. He makes mistakes, but he'll give you everything on that pitch, and he's one of the most important players.
Yeah, I don't doubt his contribution, his enthusiasm. Part of your sell to me was he makes mistakes.
He does make. Well, everyone makes mistakes, don't they?
Yeah, I know, but when defenders make them,
Isaac's made a mistake. He's gone to Liverpool.
I know, but I meant on the pitch. I mean, if you're trying to sell me a defender, and part of that sell is he makes mistakes. Like if I was talking about Virgil van Dijk, I would not say he makes mistakes.
I don't know, like he does. What about Canati, his partner? Does he make mistakes?
He does.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but I'm not selling Canati as a great player, but Virgil I am.
Dan Burn's just as good as Virgil van Dijk.
He's not.
No, do you know what? Andy, I'm with you until you said that.
Enjoy the game, man. Enjoy the game. Let's go to Jim's a Newcastle fan. Jimbo?
Hello.
Hi, Jim.
Hey, lads. How you doing?
I'm good.
This is what it's all about. If the missus wants to go shopping, the shops are all empty at the minute. So it's a great opportunity for them to go shopping. I'm stuck in traffic just about to get to the ground. But, no, this is what it's all about, lads.
How excited are you about it?
No, it's brilliant. I mean, it can never replicate PSG because this is the second time in 3 years that we've qualified.
Yeah.
That was a long time waiting. It's a bit like the Carabao Cup final. If you got there again, it could never replicate the first time around. But the atmosphere, no doubt, will be buzzing. But we've got to give respect to Barcelona. They're a good team.
Jim, can I ask you a serious question? I don't think you're going to win the Premier League, right? I think we all agree with that. It would be an unbelievable achievement if you're not favourites for it. Can you win the Champions League?
I think let's be fair. We're not going to be favourites there.
No.
I might take a punt and like one of the Tottenham fans did last year and book a Budapest hotel now, just to get it on the cheap. But I think with the Champions League, it's a look at the draw, and you saw the last year when it got to those knockout stages, some of the big teams, PSG, Man City, Real Madrid, they were all in that knockout phase, and Liverpool pulled PSG. It creates a bit more conundrums compared to when we were in the group of death last time around. Yeah. Aston Villa got to the quarterfinals, and I thought they gave PSG one of the best games last season that PSG probably had at Villa Park, and they were very unlucky not to go through. To win it, I think if we could get to the quarter final, I think that's realism. That would be that would be good, and it would put the club in another bracket.
Yeah. Okay.
To win it, let's face it, there is a few more decent teams ahead of us in that league.
That's very honest. What will the score be tonight?
I think a score draw, but I think we're capable of winning.
Okay, Jimmy, enjoy the game. Let's quickly get as many as we can in. Jesse's up next. Hi, Jesse.
How you doing, Goldstein? You all right?
I'm good, thanks, Jess. How are you today?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you, mate. Just called up to just get straight into it. I'm a Bournemouth fan, obviously, but listen to a Newcastle fan, especially that last fella that was just on. Look, mate, on any given day, Newcastle can beat anyone. Andy, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I said that, especially at home. Away from home might be a different conversation, but I think certainly at St James's Park, yes.
I think they could potentially win the Champions League. Call me bonkers.
You are bonkers.
On any given day.
Yeah, but it's got to be more than one day.
I appreciate that, Andy, but deeper into the season, injuries and stuff like that, I know that Newcastle will be up against it, but any given day they could beat any side.
I don't know if they can beat any side.
Any side. So if Man City played at 90% and Newcastle played at 100, they'd beat them.
I know, but I know, but they've got to hope Man City don't get to 100%. If they win that game, they've got to hope PSG don't get 100%. If they win that game, they've got to hope Bayern Munich don't. If they win that game, they've got to hope Real Madrid don't. There's a lot of obstacles in the way.
I totally appreciate what you're saying, but from my personal thoughts, I think that Newcastle can win the Champions League.
Okay.
Call me bonkers.
No, I don't.
He did.
Listen.
Then he did, which I do find funny as an Arsenal fan.
Okay. Well, listen.
Let's not get into that.
No, let's not, because it's a big night for, of course, Newcastle. Thanks for your call, Jesse. How do you see the game going? Home to Barcelona, a game you can hear live on talkSPORT straight after us.
Of course, it's going to be difficult. I expect Barca to start well, but then I expect Newcastle to get after them. And people saying, yeah, but it's Newcastle, their fans are... I'm telling you now, their fans, when that place is rocking, it's an incredibly difficult place to go and get a result. So
if they win tonight, like 5-1, will the Barcelona players be going out and celebrating after they lose 5-1? No, I'm just asking. I
don't know. I don't know any of them.
All right, but if one of them scored and they lost 5-1, would they go out and celebrate?
If one of their brothers or one of their best friends' birthday, then probably, yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't have a problem with that?
No.
Oh, that's fine, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Still to come, we'll have all the team news for you for tonight's Champions League games. But first, it's time for a Goldstein No Googling. I'm sure I wrote a better one than this, but I'll ask it anyway. When was the last time in an FA Cup final that the first... Oh, yeah. This is my one. Right. Listen to this question, Bentley.
Go on.
When was the last time in an FA Cup final that the first letter of each side sat next to each other in the alphabet? Do you understand that?
Yeah. So AB.
So if it was Arsenal v Blackburn, it would work. It wasn't Arsenal v... When was the last time an FA Cup final had two teams that played each other and their letters, the first letter of each name, sat next to each other in the alphabet? That's one of mine. Unbelievable, but no one's going to get that. Answer to that and more coming up live on talkSPORT after this.
David Sullivan is considering calling back Slaven Bilic, who achieved their highest ever league points record in their final season at Upton Park. We know he'd be keen on a move. Here he is 3 weeks ago speaking to White and Jordan about Sullivan.
Of course I wasn't happy, and of course I think now, and even then, that I didn't deserve to be sacked.
Meanwhile, we're a handful of hours away from 2 mammoth Champions League commentaries on talkSPORT this evening. On the main channel, it's Newcastle hosting Barcelona for the first time since 2003. Former striker Mickey Quinn is expecting Nick Voltemade to make a name for himself.
A goal, on his debut, because a lot of pressure coming with that. He's only 22, 70-odd million pounds worth, so he has settled in.
Over on talkSPORT 2, its subplots aplenty at the Etihad, which shouldn't be empty on this occasion. King Kevin De Bruyne is returning, while Donnarumma's playing against international teammates. Plus, can Antonio Conte maintain the upper hand in his head-to-head record with Pep? Here's expert Daniele Fisichella.
Conte is really proud. He's got his chest puffed out, and a chest where the Scudetto of the champions lies. So, comes back to England and say, hey guys, see what I have achieved.
There's more on our website at talksport.com.
Drive of talkSPORT. A special drive, of course, it being Champions League night. Before the break, I asked the question. Good question as well. It's Goldstein's no Googling. When was the last time an FA Cup final was played that the first letter of each side sat next to each other in the alphabet? Well, I can tell you that Adam Cattrall's son, I don't know his name, but he used to text me, not his son, Adam Cattrall, got it. The answer is, of course, in 1999, where Man United, and that begins with the letter M, played Newcastle United, and that begins with the letter
N.
So, M-N.
What's a bad question, that?
Great question.
It's not, mate.
Well, mate, it's a great question. Well, you didn't get it.
I did get it. You didn't ask me.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Oh, well done.
Thanks, mate.
Well, that's at 7, Natalie Sawyer hosts a live commentary.
Who, me? Oh, no, sorry, it's you.
You, me. Of a massive game, Newcastle take on Barcelona in the Champions League, whilst over on talkSPORT 2 you can hear Man City against Napoli. We can look ahead to tonight's European football action with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
European football preview on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Yes, commentary from St James's Park tonight comes from Jim Proudfoot and former Premier League striker Troy Deeney. Let's look ahead to that game now with your host for this evening, the wonderful Natalie Sawyer. Natalie, how are you?
Very, very well. Good evening to you all from a very sort of calm and quiet St James's Park. Wow. There are a few Barcelona players and coaching staff sort of getting used to their surroundings, but I think they're going to be fooled because come kick-off, this is going to be very different.
It's going to be rocking. What's it like for you? I'm guessing you've never experienced this being a Brentford fan.
Give us time. Give us time. This is, for me, this is like a bucket list thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
just to be at a game like this, to just sample the atmosphere. I've been to St James's Park as a fan before. Obviously, I've been right up the top of the away end. But this is just going to be very, very different. To be here, it's kind of... I'm just so buzzing for it, I have to say. I cannot wait.
Listen, I imagine, of course, the fans will feel like that, and also the players as well. I do feel we had a Newcastle fan phone up just before the break and said, he was a Bournemouth fan, and he said on any given day that Newcastle can beat anyone. I would imagine, under the floodlights at St James's, that will be absolutely rocking tonight. I'm guessing it wouldn't be such a big surprise to see a Newcastle win tonight.
No, of course. The weird thing is they've been a bit indifferent, haven't they, in the league, let's be honest, only picking up their first win last time out against Wolves. But you're right, they can on a night perform. You only have to go back a couple of seasons when they beat PSG here 4-1, and what a night, how special that was. And the fans are going to be massive, you know that, we all know that. They're going to be that typical cliche 12th man, but they just are, because I don't think these Barcelona players are really going to know what hits them until they come out just before kick-off of how much of a cauldron this St James's Park will be. But, you know, they do have the players to cause them problems. They do have Anthony Alanga, they do have Anthony Gordon, they do have, you know, Harvey Barnes as options down that wing that can cause all sorts of problems getting in behind. And obviously Nick Voltemada getting off to a great start as well against Wolves. So there's loads of potential for this Newcastle side. They might have to suffer a little bit in terms of ball possession, but that might just fall into their game plan at the same time.
Now, how important do you think the home form is going to be if they are going to progress in this competition? I know that again sounds cliche, but just because of how we know St James's Park is, how crucial do you think that's going to be?
Massive. It's going to be huge. It has to be. You've got to use all these fans that are going to be buzzing for this game tonight just to get one off to a great start. Let's not forget, they've got a difficult bunch of fixtures coming up in this Champions League. In fact, I think they're the worst in terms, I say worst, it's the hardest set of fixtures for any Premier League side in this Champions League. Plus, you have to bear in mind, I think it's the 5th hardest, so opt to say, when you put all the teams that they're going to be facing. So, yeah, you've got to get as many points as you can on the board from here at St James's Park, and then hope you can nick a few on the road too.
Yeah. Come on, then, how do you see it going? How important is that first goal? Whoever scores it,
yeah.
Do you fancy them, or is that sort of irrelevant? Do you expect a goal feast tonight? Or is it fest? Which one is it? Feast? I think both work.
Well, both do work.
Yeah.
I'm going for a goal fest.
Okay.
I want to see goals, obviously. Who doesn't? But I do think Newcastle might have to come from behind to do so. So I'm obviously going to back Newcastle because I think it's just going to be such a fun game, and those fans are going to be brilliant, and they're going to be buzzing for goals. And so, yeah, I'm going to go for a thriller.
Go on.
I'm going to go 3-2.
I think 4-3.
I said 3-1.
There we go.
So we all think goals, right?
Yeah. Goals. That's what we want.
all think goals. I hope so. Nat, enjoy it. We're very jealous.
You.
It's going to be a great night of football.
Thank you. Tune in.
We definitely will. That was a look at today's European action with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, they're here for it.
European football preview on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
Time now to find out just how funny Jack is. Yeah, Jack writes the script for the best of talkSPORT. He just said in my ear, Very will be the judge of that. Yes, time of the best of talkSPORT and friends. We run you through some of the recent highlight moments from across talkSPORT and our sister stations. Let's kick things off, says Jack, with Hawksby and Jacobs. They were talking about ice cream.
You'd be the very worst ice cream man.
I don't think
There'd be ice cream all up your arm. You wouldn't be able to turn the machine off. You'd be bad-tempered.
Oh, I'd stick a 99.
Refusing.
Don't worry about that.
Refusing to sell ice creams to kids. An absolute disaster.
Arsenal fans.
Blue is the colour you'd be playing. Blue is the colour as it drove round the streets.
What's the best ice cream flavour? Great question.
Mint choc chip. Oh, incredible. Or chunky monkey.
Mint choc chip's nice. What's the fish one? Fish food? Fish?
I know what you mean. The Ben and Jerry's
yeah,
fish
that was
something.
Nice. Yeah, that was, do you remember? In fact, I'll ask you, this isn't it. What's the best ice cream? I'll tell you what I asked that. You know Cornetto?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, they brought out one called a Magnifico, which was twice as big. Do you remember that?
No, nice.
What's the best ice cream you can get?
As in quality of ice cream?
No.
To mint choc chip then, flavour?
Oh, no, I mean, like, I don't... See, that's scooped. Like, so when we go downstairs to 14 and we open the freezer, what's the best ice cream in there?
Magnum. Probably.
Like the Magnum?
Yeah, Magnum, yeah. Zap was the one back in the day, though.
Remember that? Do you like Screwball?
Yeah, of course. A little bit of chewing gum at the bottom that had flavour for 3 seconds.
Yeah. Now, Paul and Andy will be back at 1 p.m. tomorrow, and you can get all the very best bits of their show by downloading clips of the week on the H&J Daily Podcast or 21 minutes
Over to talkSPORT 2's coverage of Bayern Munich beating Chelsea 3-1 in the Champions League. Here's your commentary team, Sam Matterface and Andy Townsend, with some insightful punditry.
The referee looks like he's going for every one of these so far, Sam. He does.
Well, he's paying attention to detail. He's just told Cole Palmer that he's got a bogey coming out of his nose and he should wipe it, which Palmer has very quickly wiped away and thanked him for the information. So he's an observant fella, is the referee.
Cole Palmer's wiping his nose as we speak.
Here we go, Jack's question. When is it okay to pick your nose?
I think a grown-up can pick their nose. I think when you get older, you don't really care what people think. If you're a kid, you're at 9, you get done. I don't care, pick my own, makes no difference.
All right, what's the grossest habit someone can have?
I used to know someone that would bite their toenails.
That's disgusting.
But the weird thing is they never took their shoes off.
Such an idiot. Don't forget you've got another chance another choice of Champions League commentaries this evening. It's Newcastle versus Barcelona here on talkSPORT.
Why are you rushing it?
talkSPORT 2.
We've got time.
It's Man City against Napoli. You only asked me one question on the first one.
I know, but because I'm in charge.
No, you're not. So
I did one. No, I asked you 2.
Yeah, well, there's 3 there.
No, I asked you 3.
No, you didn't.
I said, what's the best ice cream?
Yep.
Then I said, what's the best ice cream that you can have?
Yeah, that's 2.
And then I said, do you remember the screwball? That's 3 questions. Right. By the way, we didn't talk about Viennetta.
Yeah, do you know what? Posh persons desert that.
Do they still make Viennetta? I might get something out on the way home.
I like is it Court d'Or? Carte d'Or? Good ice cream, that.
That's expensive stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
What about do you remember you get Ross's ice cream as the brick?
No, I don't
remember that.
Yes, I do remember that.
And then you put a wafer either side of it.
Yes, I do remember that.
That was good. Right, let's finish with a clip from this morning's breakfast show where Big Alan Brazil and the former Watford loanee Gabby Agbonlahor were together. Here's Gabby revisiting his old feature, The Gab Father, with the Italian restaurant owner Mimi Rossi.
I'm taking a rest from the alcohol, Ali. You know, the Guinness, the Guinness is giving me allergic reaction. You know, so yes, I cannot do it. So
what sort of reaction?
I wake up later.
Mimo, I think that was more an Albanian accent from Gabby there, rather than Napoli.
It was okay. It was okay.
No, it was horrific. Can you do an Italian accent?
Ciao, bella. Tutti frutti.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Can you do it without raising your voice or doing that hand?
Tutti frutti.
So you can just say Tutti Frutti.
Okay,
why Tutti Frutti?
Because it's a film. I can't remember what film it is, though. Molto bella. Tutti frutti.
Hold on, I think Tutti Frutti is a dirty film.
No, it's not. I
think it is, mate.
I haven't been watching no dirty films. So there you go. I don't know what you're watching over there, but I ain't watching that.
It's like a 9-year-old. I ain't been watching no dirty film. What's the best Italian food?
Pasta.
Yeah, but what one? Spag bowl.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
No, because I had to prompt you on
it. You're so relax. Pasta. But I like a bit of carbonara, which is pasta with a bit of bacon in, a bit of cream. Spec bolognese is lovely. Or I like pasta, I think it's arrabbiata.
What's in
Spicy chicken. Tomato. Beautiful.
You like that?
See, I would have continued if you hadn't...
What word?
Continued.
Continued? Hold on, what's that, Jack? What do you say, Jack? You're not allowed to put cream in carbonara.
Well,
the Italians go mad at you.
Okay, but I can only eat...
He can do what he wants, Jack.
I can only eat the food that's put in front of me.
Sorry, if he's in his own house, he can do what he wants, can't you?
Do you know what I mean?
Put cream, put a whole tub of cream in. What's an old feature you'd like to bring back?
I loved when me and you used to do
Quick
5 at 5. Yeah, honestly, I love that.
We should bring that back.
We need to. Quick fire 5 at 5, man. Love that.
That was nice.
Here we go.
Do you want one now? Let's do it. Top 5
ice creams.
Yeah. And I'll let you include flavours and a holding variety. Number 1.
No, 5.
Number 5, I meant.
5, I would go.
Number 5.
Oh, good work, Jack.
5, I'm going Magnum, the chocolate one.
Okay. Next one, Jack.
Number 4.
Twister.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Solero.
Okay.
Number 2.
Dairy milk ice cream. You know the one we get from downstairs, dairy milk.
I mean, you've not even chucked the 99 in yet, yeah?
Number 1.
Zap.
You like the Zap?
Zap's 1. Yeah, 1.
Right. Can I have mine, Jack?
Number 5.
Cornetto strawberry flavour.
Yeah, lovely.
Number 4.
Cornetto mint flavour.
Yep.
Number 3.
Viennetta.
Number 2.
Magnifico.
Number 1.
Feast.
Feast.
Slap me out with a feast.
Do you know what? Do you know what's so funny? I was convinced you was going to go 5 Cornetto, 3 Cornetto, mint flavour.
None of us put mint chocolate chip in there.
Because there's not an ice cream flavour. Oh, you said you can have ice cream there. You put me on the spot. Feast is unbelievable.
Do you remember 32 flavours?
No.
The ice cream parlour you'd go to.
I've got another one.
Go on. Hold on. What? No.
Fab.
Fab bar?
Nah, because you chew off the bit of the outside.
I forgot one as well. Choc ice.
Choc ice, unbelievable.
Choc ice, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Do you remember you get it from Sainsbury's? Like, so your mum and dad will get 12 choc ices in a little box, stick them in the freezer.
My house, that goes in about 2 days, man.
What?
My house, it goes in about 2 days. The boys are...
Choc ice. Do you know what? Choc ice, very underrated.
Yeah.
I might get some of them on the way home as well. The Breakfast Show returns tomorrow morning with Big Al and Ray Party Parlour. Make sure you check out 21 Minutes to Go, the new podcast with Cundy and me. New episodes drop every Monday. By the way, this week's episode came out on Monday. Is Schmelk's Herring revisited. So if you're a big fan
of... You've been doing that for weeks.
Come out on Monday.
All right.
Okay, my podcast is sponsored by Goldstein's Golden Paste. Available from davidbarber.com. What a night of football. This is Champions League Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Following us at 7, Natalie Soy hosts live commentary. Newcastle take on Barcelona in the Champions League. The team used for that one is in. Jim Proudfoot has all the details. Jim, good evening.
Andy, good evening to you. And Eddie Howe makes 2 changes to the Newcastle side that beat Wolves. New signing Nick Voldemada is one of the players left out as Anthony Gordon comes back in to lead the line. And Anthony Elanga is in for Jacob Murphy. Marcus Rashford keeps his place in the Barcelona team. It is a weakened Barca side. No Yamal, Gavi or Ter Stegen. Frenkie de Jong has made it though, and he starts having recovered from his groin injury. Lewandowski, Araujo and Rafinha all return after being left out against Valencia. So it's Pope in goal for Newcastle, Trippier, Cher, Byrne and Livramento, Guimaraes, Tonali and Joelinton, Elanga, Gordon and Barnes. For Barca, Joan Garcia in goal, Koundé, Araujo, Kubasi and Gerard Martin, Fermin Lopez, De Jong and Pedri, Rafinha, Lewandowski and Rashford. And Troy Deeney's alongside Natalie and myself. And Newcastle, Barcelona, we're kicking off at 8.
Thanks, Jim. Can't wait for that. Also, can't wait for this one over on talkSPORT 2 tonight. You can hear Man City against Napoli. Let's get the team news now and say good evening to Ian Danta. Hi, Dant.
Evening to you, Andy. Well, it's all very straightforward here at the Etihad Stadium because both Manchester City and Napoli are unchanged from their weekend wins. They both scored 3 goals. Napoli at Fiorentina, City here, of course, against their rivals Manchester United. So it's as you were from Sunday with starting 11s. Donnarumma in goal for City, born in the Neapolitan region of Italy. Let's not forget Huzanov, Ruben Diaz, Gvardiol and O'Reilly make up the back 4. Rodri holding in midfield. 4 further in front of him are Bernardo Silva, Reinders, Foden and Doku. Haaland, bidding for 50 Champions League goals if he can notch one tonight, leads the line for City. As for Napoli, well, the big story is the return of the prodigal son. Kevin De Bruyne going to have a statue erected in his honour after his extraordinary achievements here over a decade at the Citizens. He's part of an unchanged 11 for Antonio Conte back in this country. Milinkovic-Savic is the goalkeeper for the Italians. Di Lorenzo, Bukema, Buongiorno and Spinazzola in a back 4. Lobotka holding in the midfield, 4 in front of him, Politano and Gisa, who once played for Fulham, De Bruyne and former Manchester United midfielder McTominay, player of the year in Serie A last year. And on loan from Manchester United, Rasmus Højlund leads the line for the Neapolitans up top. Mickey Gray's going to be my wingman tonight, and we kick off at 8 on talkSPORT 2 for Manchester City against Napoli.
Thanks, Dan. A reminder, of course, after both of those games have finished, the boys on the Sports Bar from 10 will be taking your calls. One more Billy will be coming in the studio for the end of the show quiz in just a moment, but this is your final chance to enter our biggest competition yet. 2 winners will score Oasis tickets for their September the 27th show, and 1 will win £25,000 in cash. Yes, 25 grand and tickets to see Oasis. You've got until 9 a.m. tomorrow to enter. Here's how.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word Oasis to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 treble38. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion run on TalkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
You can.
You can indeed. Hopefully you can. One more Billy has joined us in the studio. You all right, Bill? How's your day?
It's just to get this over as well, isn't it? Just keep talking, though.
Bill, congratulations, by the way. I hear you're going to become a dad, so that's nice news. Well done.
Yeah.
Little Billy on the way.
Yeah, apparently so. News for me.
Is that your 3rd one?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. What are we doing for the end of the show quiz?
It's all about the
Sorry, you got on jumper. Is it jumper weather now?
No, but it was, but now it's hot out.
Have you got your heating on yet?
No.
Benny, when's your heating come on?
Not yet.
When's that come on?
A few weeks' time.
Underfloor heating for you
November.
Right, you got underfloor heating, Bill?
No.
Benny's got it in all 3 of his ensuites.
I know, I've heard.
Right, what are we doing?
Well, my ensuite's got an ensuite, has it?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Final Champions League drive of the week.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So final Champions League quiz of the week.
We've only got 90 minutes. 90 seconds.
Wow.
Wouldn't it be funny if we made a mistake we had 90 minutes?
Andy, do you want to go first?
Well, you know the answer to that.
What's the highest attendance in European Cup history?
Okay.
Some options.
I'm guessing it's about 120, but go on.
99k, 109k, 135.
I'm going to go the biggest one, 135.
Yeah. Celtic.
Remember that?
Against Leeds.
Yeah.
1970 semi-final.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Oh, there we are.
Benty, which of these English refs the Champions League final and the World Cup final in the same year?
Oh, I know it is.
Mark Clattenburg, Howard Webb, Michael Oliver.
Webb.
I'll go Webb.
What year?
No, that wasn't a question. I'm Webb.
Correct. What year?
He did the 2010.
Yeah,
because he was horrific.
Should have sent someone off.
De Jong. Was it De Jong with the
Somebody gave like 3 yellow cards?
Was
that him?
Yeah, it was him. Wasn't it De Jong with the flying kung fu kick? And someone's chest didn't send him off.
No.
Yeah.
Bill pretended he knew what you were talking about, but he didn't. He just looked at you and went, yeah, but he didn't.
That was on.
You trust my knowledge, right?
Just go on, Bill. Carry on.
Andy, which of these players shares the record for the most assists in a single Champions League campaign? Ryan Giggs, James Milner, Mason Mount.
You say shares it?
Yeah.
With who?
A few other players, but one of these.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. A few others. Giggsy.
Yeah. Nah, James Milner.
Does he?
17-18. 8 assists.
Make your mind up, 17 or 18.
Oh, yeah. Both.
Right. Last question to you, DB.
Benty.
DB's getting his outro ready. I love it.
Who was the first player born in the 2000s to score in the Champions League?
In the 2000s, to score in the Champions League would be...
It's going to be round about 2017.
Give me options.
Kylian Mbappe, Jadon Sancho, Phil Foden.
Foden.
Jadon Sancho.
You idiot.
2019, I think.
I think.
Brilliant.
Got to write it down.
Billy, get out of my studio.
All right.
And don't come back till tomorrow. And that's it. We're done. A reminder after both games. So building up now at 7 o'clock on talkSPORT, you've got Newcastle against Barcelona. And talkSPORT 2, you've got Man City, Napoli. And, of course, at 10, the boys will be taking your calls on the Sports Bar. An unbelievable night. Do not touch that knob. Stay where you are. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Thanks for listening. I'll leave the last line to Darren Bent, who's got the best outro in the world. Be safe, everyone. Be safe. Go on, Benny.
Stay tuned. Stay safe. And stay you.
Oh, that's great.